the stuff I've learned through my journey, this new journey I'm on with fitness and everything like that, is just kind of being more open-minded, being more aware, more intentional with stuff that you want to do. Like the lighter shoe, right? That's kind of like what you want to pick up your pace in. At least all the research
that's the shoe we run away from our problem track.
That's how I try to look at things now, right?
We were just talking about
like no more like comparing the shit. At the end, it's just you and your family, right? Like, do what you need to do, because again, no one cares, right? Like besides you and your family. So that's all you really need to go up against, and it means that much more too. It makes you push that much harder when you're doing it for your family. You know what I mean?
It's time we unite, put our differences aside, and fight for our lives,
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Welcome back, everybody. We have a special guest here, Mr. Jofes Cepeda.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, guys.
What up, Jojo?
Thanks for having me. Kind of nervous, but it's good to be around you guys always, for real.
I'm glad you're here, bro, because we've seen a lot of people kind of either try to join us and then leave us, or people that stay on the journey. It's very rare, right?
Yes.
It's very rare for people to actually stay on the journey, even as long as you have already. But definitely, when we were looking for somebody to come on, Will brought it up, and because somebody had to back out. But we were looking for somebody, and I was just thinking, like, dude, I think Joe would be solid because of all the changes we've already seen, and everything that you've already been doing, and seeing your growth and stuff like that. It's dope, and it helps us, bro. Like, for real, like, it helps us. And I think Will knows you from way back then. Paul knows you from way back then. I've known you over the last couple of years and everything, But I'm really interested in hearing like everything that you've been going through, and everything that we can all dig into and see how it's been going with you and stuff. So the BBC here is here to grill you today to find out what we can learn from your journey, So
I mean, it's awesome because I, based on just kind of piggybacking off what AJ said, kind of knowing you back then, I think it's more interesting for me because who we surrounded ourselves with growing up, and then kind of seeing ourselves now in this light. And then you guys more, because you guys are running more, you and Vince. Like, I wouldn't put myself in that category, but more about like watching you grow through it. But more importantly for me, I just want to know more about shoes. That's why those are going to be my questions to you.
Want to know more.
How many shoes you view a day?
How many shoes do you have?
It changes.
How many shoes have you bought, bro, since you started running?
Oh, man. I can't even keep count. I can't even keep count, because if I say a number, it's probably less than I actually bought. Yeah. But
is it as much shoes as you have guns?
It's getting up there. Yeah.
You might have to return the thunder or something.
That's double digit. When you say it's up there, it's double digit.
It's up there, yeah. When I can think about it like that. Yeah.
Another question. Have you shot any of your guns in your new running shoes?
No, but let's believe we're going to do that. Yeah.
We're going to do some stress shoots. Some stress shoots in the running shoes.
Yeah.
I'm about to run. I'm going to run a half marathon, then I'm going to go shooting, right?
Oh, yeah. We're about to add that into our little training program for sure. Some run and gun. I'm going to have to get with Will on that, because
I'm cover and shoot. I'm not running gun.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think for the people, if you can just maybe tell a little bit about yourself, let them know who you are, because we have people from all over the place that kind of check out what we're doing and stuff. So,
yeah, it was Joe Cepeda. Grew up in Spanaway, Washington, pretty much my whole life. Our family moved out here. My dad was in the military. All my family's from Guam. I barely been to Guam, maybe like once or twice, But yeah, we're born and raised out here. Have 5 siblings. Pretty mixed group. Was some of my siblings you wouldn't even think were Chamorro. Yeah. So my brother's half black.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, real
More,
shit. So
more of us run around here, huh?
yeah. Nothing wrong with that, but piggybacking off of that, like grew up with the great parents, always showing love.
Fucking awesome parents.
Yeah. Especially my mom. My dad was always that typical.
That your Nino?
Yeah. Oh, so
Both
fun
is
fact. Joe's actually my god brother.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're sitting across your god brother. I'm sitting across my god brother.
I was one of those kids that didn't like CCD back home, and I always said I'm gonna go, but then did something else.
Yeah.
So I didn't get any of that stuff. And then I think I was already in high school when I had to do all the classes to get everything at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was his parents that I chose.
Yeah. It's kind of a shocker for me too.
Yeah.
What? Like, what do you want from us? There's something that you probably want, and I can give it to you.
I tell you one thing that I really got though was the love.
Yeah.
Like he said, the love, especially from the mom. I mean, I get it from Uncle Roki, from the dad, but no, Auntie Mart always do like love. That's like when I started actually feeling love.
Mm-hmm.
They would come. Like I told him, I brought it up in the truck before you came.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, when I asked you to do the podcast, like a flood of memories just came to me. I was like, this guy practically followed me when his mom wanted to buy me like baseball cleats.
Mm-hmm.
When go look for the suit, and he didn't even play. And he's like, bro. And I, like I told him, I said, I think one thing I just learned recently is how to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because I always want to be humble and ashamed, no, I don't. I'll just get that, and it was always hard for me to receive, and then that just came to me like it was a revelation right after I texted him, and I was like, Mo, fucking, you like to give, bro, like receive.
Yeah,
when people give you stuff, stop being like, oh no, I don't want that, and that's when the Griffiths came out.
Oh yeah,
he's like,
that's
bro,
what I'm saying, badass.
We're gonna go to PX, you're gonna look for shoes. So I was like, I saw like the regular Nike ones, with the flaps in the front, the old school ones. Yeah. I said, I like those. And this guy's like, bro, look at the Griffiths, bro. I was like,
dude, my mom's gonna get it for you. Just get it.
Yeah, dude.
These motherfuckers were pricey too.
When they first came out too. Yeah, they were fresh. It was that like black and aqua.
Yeah.
With the swing man on it. Yeah.
I was just like, fuck. Dude.
Yeah. So I was living my baseball through Will. Yeah. He's badass, right? So I was like, I know Wilton. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. And then I think for baptismal for all my stuff, we had to go look for suits. So we were cruising around. It's like just looking at this guy sit down, like while they're measuring. I was just like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah, man, this guy's taking all my stuff right here. Like, my mom's
investing everything in him. What about
hell? Yeah, like it's like her lost son right here. Like shit, the favorite already. Yeah,
automatic. But no, it was awesome, man. And then I also learned a lot. We did like a lot of canning,
Yeah.
Buying like a bunch of salmon from Indians or catching them and then learning how to make canned salmon. It's like, I didn't know. I'm just helping, but at the same time, like that memory came back to me. Like, bro, you used to do this shit, bro. Yeah. Like, this is who taught you that.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite ones that I don't do often because of gout, but that's where I first tasted mango beans, ham hocks and mango beans.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
And it's just me and him, bro. So, like, for the first time, I can go up and eat. Boy, talo. Oh, yeah. Get up, fucking put some more. Sit down, eat again. I was like, yup. Because it's just me and him and her.
Yeah.
It's like nobody else in the house. It's just like us. It's like, dude, breakfast.
Oh,
We're not my mom doing this shit, bro. It's like,
My mom was always known for, her cooking and stuff like that. I mean, I remember growing up, my mom would have dinner made by like before lunch.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like she'd always have everything ready. And I think she was always ready because my dad always kind of expected that of her, working all day, being the provider. And she was good being a at-home mom. She had jobs too, but like she worked for the hospital and she would clean up around there, like janitor work and stuff like that. But she was always on top of the food game. She always had everything cooked, breakfast, all out breakfast. Yeah. You want to drink water. She's like, no, boy, drink Coke. Yeah. So our whole family, dude, is addicted. So it is my job. It is my job, with like the younger kids. As soon as they can start drinking on their own, I give them that sip of Coke. And they're like, hey, don't give them that. I'm like, relax. We turned out all right. Yeah. Auntie Mart will want your kid to drink Coke.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know there's water, but you're gonna drink Coke. Yeah.
It was awesome, bro. Another thing that came to my mind was most of the people that I met from Guam, besides the regulars that showed up at our place, it was through her and Uncle Roque, like just cruising around, going to visit, because they're taking me to do my stuff, but they have stuff to do. That's how I met a lot of like the elders from Guam.
Oh yeah,
and it was pretty cool. I didn't think about that until like 2 days ago. I was just like, shit, like there's a reason why like I have connections with like the Manamko.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, it's like holy shit, bro. Like, and then come to think, that's my Nina that made that connection. And then lastly, she was a comedian, bro.
Yeah.
She was funny. Yeah. And I think for her, when she's around the Manamkus, like all the ladies, for some reason they want to talk like nasty. To where it's like she knows it's awkward for me. So she'll just keep like talking. She was like, right? It's like,
oh yeah.
I don't know.
So you don't want me to chime in on this nasty stuff. You don't want to know the real me.
Like, cover your ears. Like, damn. It's like you guys are porn stars or something.
Like, Nina, if you only knew what I was thinking when.
Hey, no.
Yeah. No, that was a great thing about my mom. She loved hard and she showed it through her food, and she took care of you. She was really a comedian. Anybody that grew up around our family, they'll always talk about my mom. Yeah. So
there's a couple of things that you guys like brought up during like the exchange. First off, I think like nowadays, right? Like it's hard for even just living in Washington. It's hard to have a stay-at-home mom. Like stay-at-home moms it's like hard to find nowadays with how expensive it is to survive and all that stuff. But I think that's like a lost art, like something that I feel like society needs nowadays. We see like kind of how kids are, growing up without both the parents, or at least one parent, like kind of always guiding them and always being there. But it's something that I wish like the economy and the way society looked at women working, like that's I mean, we're all men sitting at a table, and me saying this is probably fucking controversial, but at the same time I think it's like it's a hard job to do, and a lot of people think that it's easy to be a stay-at-home mom and stuff like that, but bro, I've been home enough to know it's not fucking easy, bro. And it's not the funnest fucking thing dealing with the kids all the time.
All of us here being dads, we can attest to that, right? Like being the stay-at-home parent, that's no light work at all. You know what I mean? Like, you stay at home, I'll go work as many jobs as I need to. And I think with me and my wife Jojo, we did that like for the first few years of our kids growing up, probably not until they started like elementary, kindergarten. That was kind of like our deal that we had, having her stay home, and I'd work. One time I had 3 jobs at one time.
No shit.
Just trying to make ends meet, and that was barely doing it, and that was just, it's a hard job for sure, and it's not something taken lightly, and props to all the moms out there, and
definitely learn to appreciate
definitely
that
a blessing if there's a parent that can stay home and do all that
shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Just having the 3 kids, bro, and just having the baby at home now, and like we're not that old, but we're a little bit older than when we had our first. Just knowing how, like, bro, my baby boy, he's not like chilling with me all the time. Like, he's not like happy with me. He has to be with mom. Like, that's just how it is. And you can see as a dad, like, you want to be there and help as much as possible, but at the same time, there's nothing really you can do. That baby needs the mom, bro. Yeah. So it's like it's
that mother's touch, right? Yeah, that nurturing, and then.
So it's like, I fucking appreciate the hell out of it. Like, we just went on this trip, and that trip just fucking showed me even more. Like, dude, I don't know how women, deal with it, but they got, they have it in them to be able to handle all that shit. Because, I mean, with the way the kids are and the way the babies are, especially, it's mommy first. Yeah.
But superpowers.
Yeah.
That we don't have.
We don't have.
More like you just gotta learn how to be a good support person.
Yeah.
Like, read before shit goes down,
Yeah. Try and do the little things that, just to help assist at least. But the other thing that you brought up, because remember I was just talking about how I was on my run this morning. I was listening to Greg's pod, and you just brought up the receiving and learning to receive and stuff. And like that's like something that I took in like this morning. I'm like, dude, I know that's a big issue for me, and I'm really working on it, because as we go out and we do all these things and we want to impact people, like we're gonna have people that say thank you and stuff like that, because maybe we might have hit a spot that had them make a change or something like that, and I kind of had that on my trip. And even just yesterday, like me and Joe are running, and he was kind of giving me props for what happened in Saipan, but at the same time, like it's like, bro, I totally understand. Like, it's not me like pushing it off. I'm trying not to be like that. Like, I'm thankful when people say like things like Joe says, or even Paul, like when you guys say things like that about you're happy about it and stuff. But I also know that I can't do that shit by myself. Like that none of this shit happens by just through me. Like, I know that I need all this help, all the people that support what we do. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck I do. Like, I just think that I'm so far off from where I want to be that I don't even think when people kind of give me props for whatever the hell I'm doing, it's like hard to accept, because I don't feel like I'm worthy of it. I don't feel like I'm that person that people can come and tell me like good job and or whatever for it. But I guess like after hearing what Greg and and what they were talking about, is like you and then how they were talking about how it says in the Bible, you have to learn how to receive, and you have you can give and give and give, but if you don't learn to receive, then you're being given things, you're being given these the compliments and stuff like that. But if you don't learn to receive, then you're gonna feel broke. You know what I mean? You're gonna feel broke inside, I guess. So it's like just one of those things, like that's one of those nuggets I took this morning. And every podcast or every time you read or something, right, it's always some little thing or one part of that whole 1 to 2 hour podcast that you listen to. And that was one that hit me pretty hard this morning.
That's crazy you picked that up, because that's actually the same day that we had that whole transaction. I was listening to the pod and then I soaked that in. And then I got that message, so I messaged the group. And you guys said, "Oh, check this guy." So I checked him, and I was like, "Bro." After I checked in with him, like that's the first thing that happens. Yeah. Like I started receiving all this like visuals of like what we were in the past. It's just like, damn, motherfucker, you're actually way closer to this guy than what you guys are fucking doing. And like you said, to your point, like that was just spiritually receiving. But in terms of like materials, it's like, I think the whole concept of that came up is when you don't know how to receive, but you love to give. Like, because people question like, well, why do poor people always are the happiest one to give? And it's not because we just happy to give. It's just that we never shown like we receive. So we don't take into account all the things that we're taking in. We're just pushing stuff out. Away, That's why it's like, okay, I guess I was poor in that department. Like, it's cool, but it's revelation. And that was awesome. Like you said, every time something happens, and like we always talk about it often, like if the message comes out, it's gonna come out when it comes out. And if you heard that message, it was meant for you.
It's because that, like when you saying that, it brings me to when like speaking in front of people now. It's a little different to me, because I kind of see it very differently. Like so, like when we're in Saipan, like, and bro, like 60 people were there. This is the most people I've ever spoken in front of, like fucking ever, I think. And that was like, I would think like beforehand, I'm thinking about all the things that I want to say and how I want to make, impact. And it wasn't as nerve-wracking as it was before, because all I'm thinking about is what can I say for them? Like, I'm not worried about what they're thinking about of me. I'm worried about what can I say that impacts them about what we're trying to do, And so like being like stepping up in front of them, and just before, like I just think about like just a couple of years ago, there's no fucking way I subject myself to something like that. Like, would I go back and set up a fucking whole like a group run with, our people back home? And if that many people come out, would I go actually step up and talk in front of them and say anything that's even has any importance? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I just look back and like, that's, sometimes I don't, like you feel like you haven't gone anywhere.
That's another act of receiving, because you're like, who am I to be running this?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Bro. Exactly. Yeah. And it was just that, like, you you think about like who you were back then. It's like that person is not doing what we just did, you know, and not that, you know, I'm fucking, you know, somebody special. It's just I'm a different person than who I was.
That was him giving you something on a platter.
Yeah.
Look at God.
Yeah,
dude.
That's all. That's what it feels like, bro. And a lot of times when these opportunities come up, that's what it feels like. It feels like just, you know, like I always say, and I talk, like when I post stuff and stuff, I talk about that a lot. Like I say that a lot. It's like I just fucking feel like God is just, you know, working through, you know, us. It's like one of those things where maybe you might not feel like you're that special, but if you look at it in a way where you're on God's mission to help people, then everything feels very differently. You have a very different perspective. And it's because it's not about you. It's about what he's trying to get you to do for other people. So I just think of it in that way. And it helps me just push further than most people would, because of that they're worried about judgment and stuff. Like if you're judging me, it comes to the point where if you're judging me, then at that point you're judging God, because God put me here. God put me here to do this. And like we always talk about, right? It's one or two people. There can be 60, 70 people in that group that I was speaking to. I was only trying to reach one or two. I only know one or two is going to be affected by it or actually be listening. So that's all that matters to me.
Yeah. And the message came from somewhere else. Yeah. And it was supposed to be there that day.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, bro, we just went on a different level.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter. We forgot to.
Like, this is deep.
This is how it always happens.
And I love it, because when you think about it, right? Like most of the things we want to do, that's our desires of things we want to achieve or make happen.
Yeah.
That's not his. And when it's ours, we spend some time marinating on it. Oh, is this going to work? I don't know if that's going to work. You know, like I don't want to start something and then this happens and then end up nothing happens. But when it's something that he gives you and then now you're like, oh shit, like, fuck, okay, shit, it's right here. Then you just fucking say what you're going to say. And most of the times it's not even what you want to say to them.
Yeah, not the way you planned it.
We already have the answer. We just need somebody to kind of light the fire again. Like we all know, you know why you were down there. They all know why they showed up. Like there's nothing special being delivered. It's just about changing ourselves, building better habits, healthier lifestyles. Like that's the basis of it. That's why, you know, we all started kind of doing what we're doing. That's what he wants for us. And that's your vessel. This is your vessel.
Yeah.
You know,
that's exactly what I was going to say. You're that vessel carrying out that message.
Yeah. So that's like the only way I can see it, because it helps me. It helps push me just whatever, like, you know, like when we always talk about those ideas that pop up and like something that you can accomplish that you think, you know, will guide people in a different way and see themselves in a different way. Then it's like, okay, let's do that. Let's try that, you know? And it's like just that for real. Like the run was really special to me. Like that showing up there, and just like I told the group yesterday at Run Club, I was like, dude, they didn't show up to run with me. Like that's not why they came. That's not why those people showed up. Those people showed up because of what the group has put out over the last couple of weeks. Like when we put out those videos and they see like how, you know, they see a group of people coming out to do something a little uncomfortable, you know, and something that's helping each other grow, and there's good vibes. They see everybody's like, it's not like us coming out doing something uncomfortable and everybody's judging you, like how fast do you run and stuff. That's not what it's about, right? And I think when they saw that, when I got there and we you know, hit the pavement, we started running, the vibes were up immediately, like automatic. Like they knew that, awesome. Like they knew the assignment, like they knew what we do here, and they just did it all there. And everybody was happy about being there. Everybody showed up, and you know, nobody there was like a fucking elite athlete. Everybody there was just there to fucking be there for the vibes, because they knew what we were doing.
That's great for us to hear, because that's kind of what we see.
Yeah.
So for you to validate that is pretty awesome, because you brought our energy there, and we over here like, man, we wish we were there.
Yeah, for sure. I wish you guys were there. That's why when I was telling Jojo yesterday, I was like, bro, the one thing that I thought about as soon as it was done was like, this guy popped into my head for sure. And then I was just like, bro, the stuff that, you know, we're doing, it you know, sometimes we think it's not a guy,
because we probably be running like more. What is this minimum? We're going from here to lower base,
and then back to San Antonio,
and sprint back.
So it was just like I just thought about like how like when we did all that, and then just to see smiles on faces, like everybody was excited to get some MB gear, stuff like that, and it was okay, I thought about Power, like, but I can't wait to tell Power what just happened. Like, cause me going into it, I don't know how many people are gonna show up. I don't know how the vibe's gonna be. I don't know how they're gonna receive me stepping in front of them and fucking kind of guiding this, but it was all like better than I could ever, I could ever think of, right? And then I was like, I can't wait to fucking tell Paul, like, because they're telling us, oh, we watched you guys' videos, we listened to the podcast, stuff like that, and then I was like, I can't wait to tell the run club, like the people that show up to run club every day, because they showed up because of that. They didn't show up like because AJ Allen put out a post to come run. They don't give a fuck about me. They give a fuck about what can help them and what are they gonna get out of showing up there, and they want to get what the run club's getting, like that group of people that's there, they're surrounded by good people, surrounded by people that are trying to grow, surrounded, just doing something a little uncomfortable. I got messages about people, like they're like, I was pretty hesitant to show up, but I came anyway and stuff. And I'm like, bro, there you go. And then there's people like, oh, I'm gonna start throwing running into my training, because some of them are like powerlifters and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's that shit right there. That right there is what we're aiming to do. It's just doing things a little uncomfortable to get different results for yourself. So it was definitely a fucking special day, man. And it's like, and I look at it, it's not just for me. It's just like, that's a special day for everybody that, all of us at this table that do this and put time into doing this. And then everybody that supports NB, everybody that just, shows up to Run Club every fucking 2 weeks, like that stuff. Like that's for all of us that do that shit.
Fucking
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I definitely felt it, watching your videos and stuff like that. I felt the energy just watching it, and super proud of everybody that came out, and proud of you for helping, ignite that fire in people, because you guys did it for me as well. All three of you guys, honestly. And
speaking of that, like, besides what you just said, like, what actually initiated you to even start, like, making a change up to and into running?
A couple of things. I mean, a lot of things. I mean, people that know me, I lost both my parents, like, pretty young in their lives, to cancer, my brother recently. So I just had to, like, think of what can I do to help prolong my life, for my kids, be there for my kids. Because that's what it's all about, That's honestly what sparked it. My brother, when he passed, he just always told me, go out and be great. Don't be afraid to fail or anything like that. So yeah, and then just my overall health. Like, I lost my gallbladder. Like, I had this pain in the middle of my back. And I know what it was. I never had fucking back pain before. And ended up going to the emergency room, having a emergency surgery to remove my gallbladder. And I had a lot of time to think after my surgery. Like, damn, you're not that old, man. Like, you're going through this already. Like, it seems like you're repeating a pattern of what you saw with your parents. Not that they had gallbladder issues. I think they did, but besides the fact, just wanting to be healthier. What can I do to stick around for my kids? Because it's too damn short right now to check out right now. So you need to be setting the example for your kids. And I felt like I always talked to them about being healthy, working out, taking care of your body, and I wasn't doing it myself. So I felt like I had to put myself in their position too. Like, man, this motherfucker's talking all this shit, sitting on the couch, fucking drinking beer, fucking whatever, partying all the time. Yeah. Just talking shit. Yeah. Preaching, but, no
I should
action.
have announced that so we all did it.
My hands are cold. It won't even make a sound.
I know I'm keeping mine in my sweater right now. But no, it was me just looking in the mirror and wanting to do better, knowing that I can do better. I have more to give. We always talk about, like, I'm too tired or I don't have enough time. If it matters to you that much, you'll find the time. Just like with stuff you want to buy, right? With money, you always say you don't have enough money, but if it something you really want, you'll find a way to get that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Crackheads always try to get fucking high, bro, but they don't make excuses.
Yeah,
not to get high for fucking Roger.
They got transportation, they got their fix, right? They got bikes that we don't even have.
Yeah, they'll walk miles, bro, to get their shit. So shit.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it was just I needed to do better for myself, and that's what I wanted to work on. And I told myself once I got out the hospital that I was gonna start working on myself and hopefully set that example to help lead my family, to help them follow me, and have them get into it on their own. And it just all happened, shout out to Vince Pareto, my par got me on the 75 hard game. And I seen the 75 hard, through you guys. Like, you know what, give it a try. It's just like a lot of things I feel like that I've wanted to do that I haven't. Having that fear of failing. And then you just got to get to that point where you just got to say, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
You fail. Like, it's like you're not even fucking trying. You might as well even fucking try, because the reward is so much bigger at the end, if you make it.
Yeah.
And it just, that 75 hard, I think, reignited opened my eyes to trying to do better for myself, strengthen my mind so much. Just knowing that you have to be really disciplined. And I grew up around a lot of discipline. Again, with like my dad being in the military, had a very hard hand growing up. You don't fuck around with him. When he says do that shit, you do it. And you better do it right, or you're gonna get your fucking ass beat, right? Yeah.
If he points at you with his cigarette hand.
Yeah,
You're in trouble, dog.
As soon as they say your name, Joseph. Yeah.
Your full name.
Yeah, and he's all gas, no fucking brakes, dude. He's fucking just straight for the fucking throat.
Yeah.
So, I lost my train of thought, but
talking about eating ass.
That I've tried to do that, but JoJo's not gonna let me do that.
That's how you got your gallbladder removed.
Did it too much.
A lot of Islander girls don't like that ass part right there. Yeah.
Shit.
Let me try that.
Man.
You gotta spit on it first, bro.
Wow. How long ago was this, bro? When did you
gallbladder.
get your gallbladder removed?
Dude, my memory sucks, but at least like 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. But no, that was the worst pain, dude, I ever felt. And I could take a lot of fucking pain. Like, it was so bad, they were giving me morphine and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like when they got to take you in the ambulance.
And you felt it in your back, you said?
In my back, yeah. And like I said, I never had major back pain before. You know what I mean? I felt like I've always, when I did work out, because I normally like to say I stay pretty active somewhat, So I never really had back pain, and it just felt odd to me. I felt it like in the middle of my back, kind of like between your shoulders. And then now that I think of it, like I've had that pain for probably a couple of years. So it just little little zings that you feel, what I mean? Just like, oh shit, what the fuck is that?
Did they say what
causes it?
Yeah, what caused it?
Well, the way I was told and explained, the gallbladder is like a stupid organ. Like it's like almost like a secondary like filter.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. A lot of people actually have their gallbladder removed. Don't need it, but it helps filter a lot of that waste, that's going to your kidney and stuff like that. But mine got so inflamed, I forget how big the gallbladder is, but they said mine like inflamed so much it was like the size of like a potato. Like russet potato, fucking
like,
red potato,
it's a finger potato,
fucking mashed potato,
fucking Japanese sweet potato.
Yeah, that's all the dumb shit going in my head. I'm always fucking thinking dumb shit. But yeah, it was but yeah, you can live a perfectly healthy life afterwards. I say the main complication after I had it removed was you go to the bathroom a lot more frequently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, if we eat out, like shit, we got to go.
Yes.
Like, I need to go to the bathroom now. And you don't even care anymore at that point where you're going. You go to Walmart, you go to fucking
Gone
see a
Lake
honey
Park.
bucket. I see a honey bucket on the side, dude. Fucking wiggle the lock. Like, yeah,
Bro.
try to do all that.
I
Yeah,
know,
like
that
you
was
need to
wild. I
go.
was just in Philippines, bro, and a lot of their fucking bathrooms in the restaurants is fucking nasty, bro. And like, there's no toilet seat on the fucking. I think bathrooms are disgusting. So, like,
squat.
yeah, like, dude, if there's no seat and like, even when I have to take Chance to the bathroom and he's touching the shit, bro, I'm like, man, that's fucking nasty. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I get pissed off with my kids when they need to use the bathroom, right? Like in a public place, like I need the bathroom. Like what? Like for real? Like man, you didn't use the bathroom before we went. Like, my stomach hurts. Like
oh fuck, yeah, it's fucking nasty.
yeah,
But what, like, so 75 hard, bro? Like, what did that shit like give you like a confidence or like awareness of what like what you were? Because for me, it was like what you're capable of doing and what you spent all your time doing before not doing shit.
yeah,
Like, did that do that for you?
yeah, for sure. Was it? It like I said, it really got my. If anything, it really got my mind like on the right track. You know what I mean? And it's not just fitness. I say it's the whole outlook on life. Like, and when you think about it, like in a nutshell, like life is hard as hell, right? Like super hard, and we have to overcome all these different obstacles to keep pushing. And that's kind of the same thing with the 75 hard. You got to stay disciplined, stay on track,
Day by day,
keep pushing. Know what you're supposed to do and finish it. No excuses. No one's going to give a fuck. You know what I mean? Especially like with life, like whether you're doing good or bad, you still got to fucking feed your kids. You still got to provide. No one cares about your health complications or your financial stability or anything like that. You still got to make it happen because you got people that depend on you. And that made me open up my eyes. I got people that depend on me. I can't check out right now. So let's do better. And it starts with yourself. And then hopefully, you know, just like with the running club and everything like that, sometimes it takes that one person just to cause that spark, right? And then next thing you know, that shit goes off like wildfire.
Yeah.
And after 75 hard, once I knew I got through that, and I just felt my mind was so strong that why stop now? I think I got a call from Pal, you know, talking about running a marathon and shit like that.
Yeah. Like 8 weeks away or some shit like that.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Like, you guys want to do some sucky shit? And I'm like, what kind of sucky? Sucky? Or like, yeah, like I'm down for that. Yeah. But I still remember I was eating pho, drinking the damn broth. Fucking his text comes through, like, you guys want to run a marathon? I was like, this motherfucker text the right people? Like he know I don't run. Like I'll ride a bike. But you know, so when he did that, same thing. Like I said, 75 just set my mind up to say, why not? Right? Give it a shot. I mean, you could do this. I didn't think I can do 75. And I think it took me a couple weeks until I finally decided to put all my eggs in that basket. You know?
Yeah.
And go all in. And same thing, once you presented that challenge, so to say, for me, you know, I felt that us being family, like, yeah, let's do it. Like, there's nothing I have to lose. I have everything to gain, you know, and it's going to be such a good thing for my family to see, because not that they're doing bad, but we can all always be doing better, always learn, right? Be constant. You know, just always keeping an open mind. So I went in with that, and it helped, you know, having Vince join in too, because I was staring at my phone for like 30 minutes, dude, before I think we even text back. I was gonna say some bullshit, like my phone fucking died. You know what I mean? But I'm smart too, because I know some people, you know, have that thing on their phone when you read it, you know, like red. Like, oh, okay, you don't want to fucking answer me? Like, yeah,
you left me on red.
Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, but no, but thank you, pal. Yeah, for that.
What prompted that, pal?
You and I, we texted, and then
was that the time?
Yeah.
Like was that the foothills you guys went to? The first time? Wasn't that like just last year or?
This was last year, but then it started off because you and Cadence were supposed to run Seattle.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
I was like, all right, how about we check in with the boys, right? We'll check in with the boys and see who else wants to join in.
Yeah,
because I mean, me and this guy was already doing it, so it started off with me and this guy. You know, I was trying to get this guy on board, you know, to kind of challenge himself as well. And then I was like, all right, let's just hit Joe and Vince up, and that's how it started.
Yeah, I remember he fucking texted me, bro. When he texted me, he's like, I got some boys to run with us. I was like, and he didn't clarify, bro, what he was fucking saying, bro. He's like, I got Vince and Joe. He was like, and I've been watching him doing 75 hard and all that stuff. I'm like, fuck, okay, dope. And then he never clarified, bro, that he told them the half marathon. So I'm like, bro, you got these guys 8 weeks to fucking prepare for a marathon, bro, and they fucking have me run. Are you crazy? And then he's like, no, it's the half marathon. I was like, fuck it, okay. It's like, okay, that's doable. Don't fucking you're gonna make these guys hate it, bro. You're gonna fucking put them out there for a fucking marathon, and then
that's what I said, bro. Why are you gonna bring this guy to do a run club back home, bro? It's like,
it's like, fuck, dude.
San Antonio to Marpi.
Shit, dude.
This guy will get everybody to run.
I mean, actually, like, just kind of not running, but like watching you guys run and how you guys clock your miles. Like, I can visualize that. Like the whole island.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, these guys are running the whole island.
Yeah. But you know, what's so crazy. It's just, I mean, I don't know where, but I posted that reel about me going back to run, and somebody commented. I don't know if you saw that comment. It's like, but somebody commented, but Saipan is not even 26 miles. I said, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro? Like, I did not say we're running 26 miles here. I didn't say we're running a marathon. I just said...
Who commented that?
I don't know, bro. I don't even know who it is. Like, it's a random fucking...
Pull that up, man.
Yeah, I don't know who
do some investigation.
Like, what does that have to do with anything, bro? I'm not going to fucking take people on a 26-mile run. What the hell is wrong with you? Like,
it's 12 miles.
So we can
wide,
do that.
7 miles long, something like that, or 7 miles wide, 12 miles long.
Yeah,
something
like
12,
13 miles long.
Yeah, bro. But no, I picked up a couple of things when you were saying, you know, you picked up 75 hard, and then you also mentioned fear of failure, you know, and how that plays into it, and you kind of answered that when you said nobody gives a fuck about whatever you're doing, which to me, for anybody that wants to question like 75 hard. That's more of an integrity check, you know? It's more of you from within, you know? And I think that's where a lot of people like even fail to start because they were really worried about like the exterior shit, all the stuff that's happening around them. And it has nothing to do with like us or trying to start something. And then eventually they don't start because of that. And then you can fast forward that 5 years and you're like, fuck, man. And then something happened again. And then now you're just like, well, I really need to get going. But at that point, like, what else have you lost, you know, to kind of get started? Because now you're not running because you can't run because you don't missing one lung or I don't know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, no, I picked that up. And 75 Hard is good. What did you think about all the reading stuff? Like, what kind of books did you choose?
Hey, that was good. I think Vince gave me, was it Joe DeSena or DeSena? Say his name, the guy that started the Spartan.
Oh yeah.
Joe DeSena?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that one.
That dude's a beast still, bro.
Yeah, and then I was reading, I think it's 13 Peaks by a mountain climber.
Yeah,
I watched Nims.
I watched the documentary.
Nims Day.
Yeah, I watched the documentary. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that guy's an animal, man. Yeah, and that was really inspiring too. And same thing, it just kind of reinforced that strong mindset and just pushing your body, you know what I mean, to past the limits that you thought you had. And it's incredible, you know, like stuff that us can accomplish, you know.
The only reason why I ask, because like my segue question, that was segue to my next question, which like how much did you consume from the books that you did not know? That's like common knowledge for everybody else. And that could be just based on our demographic and where we grew up or who we grew up around with or who was raising us.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of hard for me to say. I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but I've always felt like I've known that. Again, through the way I grew up. I mean, I did like taekwondo when I was young, as you know, and stuff like that. And I've always trained with like people that are older, but they kind of instilled that mindset of kind of just whatever you kind of set your mind to, you can achieve those things that you're trying to do, as long as you kind of stay the course and be strong and stay focused and put in the work. You know, I always feel like putting in the work is what's going to separate you. You know, no one can deny you that. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that it's very different parts for anybody that's trying to achieve something, right? But the reason why I ask, because sometimes, like in your case, in my case, you know, we lived close to Fort Lewis, so we did see our share of, you know, islanders that were rangers, you know, that were stationed. So those are, you know, you can get pumped up, but at the same time, there's a lot of heavy influence and like, you know, all the parties and the drinking and all the cool gangster shit, and we want to be gangsters. So I think for me, the reason why I asked, because it's like, to your point, we know that, but we didn't really know that. Like we can achieve certain things like that. Like you have to be someone special to be like Nims Persia, or, you know, like those are different people, and we're just going to read about them. Versus the mindset now, and especially after doing 75 Hard, because I started with 75 Hard too. And it's when I started reading books, first, I don't like fucking reading, but then when I started reading and I started gaining knowledge, it's like, bro, wait, hold a minute, bro. Like, this is fucking actually, like, why wasn't I doing this when I was in high school? You know, why wasn't I consuming like self-help books, or why wasn't I looking for that? Even more importantly, like there's people that were already telling me this. Why was I not fucking like?
It's like that parent, right?
I was broke.
I feel what you say. Because like growing up too, right? Like the people I looked up to were like people getting into all the troublesome shit, right? Like fucking gangster shit.
Some of them probably would have been here at this podcast once before, maybe.
And
then you don't want to say any names. Brian Flower.
He's taken me. He's bought me a couple beers, you know, when I was in junior high. I used to feel so cool when he dropped me off at school, dude. He'd be in that white Cougar. He dropped me off, and Brian had long hair back then too. Dude, I felt like we were like straight out of Compton back then, dude. Fucking dropped me off at school. I was like, I'm untouchable, bro. But no, honestly, like Brian was one of those people that I grew up, you know, trying to really be like. Same thing with Anthony Pareto, you know. Shouldn't say all their names. I don't know what, you know.
Oh, bro, it's cool because we're all doing the same thing.
You see,
my cousin BJ running too.
Anthony, shout out Anthony. He's doing it too. I think he's gonna be out there to run with us in May. But we grew up around. I heard you guys speak on it a lot. You know, we grew up around. We didn't see shit like how we see it now, where we're all trying to do better for ourselves, for our mental and our health. You know. We see all the partying, right? Like who can throw the best party? Like, I'm going to that party. That party is the badass one. That's who I grew up, you know, watching. So all this is new for me in that overall picture, in that sense. And it started a lot with you guys, you know, and it helps that I know you guys, and knowing that you guys can do it, you know, it just gave me that confidence to give it a try and, you know, see where the chips land.
That was the whole point, right? Like when we started, and we're like, we always talk about like putting out like content. Like you told somebody, post every day, and the reason for that is like the main thing is like, bro, if we can fucking do it, so can you. We all came from the same place. We just the only thing that I think like separates like especially like other races and stuff like that is they've seen the shit up close. Like they've seen it within their people. Like the shit that we. Like a lot of stuff that we're doing, we never saw from our people, like growing up. Like, I mean, coming on podcasts and speaking about our failures and the stuff that we do, and then like running marathons, fucking, you know, like all the like the being consistent with lifting. Like we've seen people grow up fucking lifting weights, but we've never really seen somebody that stayed consistent enough to like really do something with it. You know what I mean? Like just and actually like live a healthier lifestyle. Like that wasn't in front of us. Like. Especially on the daily. So we're like showing our kids something different. We're guiding our kids in a different way than we ever fucking saw growing up. So like that was the whole point, right? You just put it out there. It's going to fucking hit somebody, you know, so at some point it's going to hit somebody that needs it. And I mean, that was the whole reason why I wanted to start, you know, putting my journey out there and sharing it, because I wanted to show that there's somebody close to you or like you that's trying something, whether I fail or not. I'm still going to show you, like it's all out there. And it's like something that I read a lot in like a bunch of books during 75 Hard was all these people that try to do all these great shit, they failed a shitload of times before they ever got to where they're at, you know, and it's us thinking that we have to be perfect to be able to accomplish certain things, all these great things. And knowing that they failed and they went through a bunch of like struggles and stuff like that along the way, it makes it more like so that you accept when you do fail. Like it's okay. This is just part of it. This is part of the journey. What do I learn from it? And just keep going. Like instead of fucking just failing and being like, okay, this is not for me, and just completely quitting. You know, I
think that's what I'm trying to teach my kids, right?
Yeah.
I think all of us maybe are on the same track, teaching our kids that, especially like me and you've talked about it before, like, you know, Rocky playing baseball, right? Like we all know baseball is a hard ass sport. Like there's a reason why you're in the Hall of Fame if you fucking bat 300, right? For a fucking lifetime. You're 3 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
And just I'm not a good ass baseball player. That's you guys. You know what I mean? But I know how you guys play and I know how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I try to show them that and let them know that, you know, failure's part of the process. You know, I was like, everything can't be perfect. And I think that's like a good way to look at life too, right? Like that's just because that failure may be present, like that shouldn't stop you from trying to go for what you really want to go after. And you can't throw a strike every fucking time. Yeah. Right? You're going to throw balls. I was like, manage what you can, you know, and if you work hard, put in the effort, all that stuff is in your control. Like baseball's so hard, you know. It's hard to teach the younger kids that because I think I also put that on them too, that pressure. And it's hard to try to back off that pressure too because we know everything already, right? Yeah, and they're still growing up and learning through all that. But that's what I'm trying to teach my son and my kids, my girls too. You know, like they're so scared to not have it go their way perfectly that they don't even want to do it. Yeah, and that's the least that I want for them to do is to not do something because you're scared you're gonna fail because that's part of the process. Yeah. Right.
Sounds like Madison, man.
Yeah.
It's like, crazy.
Yeah.
Like
you have to.
Me and Will always, you know, we always chat about Maddie because that's his, you know, his goddaughter, and it's insane, dude. Maddie is like very, very, very like particular about shit. Like she wants everything fucking perfect, dude. Like if it's not, bro, don't even bother her. Right. It's crazy. I mean, even just bring her up to, you know, was that spring break or something? Yeah, just for like a week, you know, I told him, like, dude, fucking do whatever, you know, like fucking bring her to jits and all of that. Like she's strong. She can do, honestly, a lot. But if she feels like there's a crowd or, you know, or she just overwhelms her, so now she just shies. She shies away from it. And then she just gets emotional. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's another thing to help try to...
I saw that firsthand. Firsthand with Madison.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All we're doing is just regular class.
Yeah.
And then even Greg decided he's going to step on the mat with me because it was my class. And he's just like, because Madison just like stood in the middle and just like lost it.
No shit.
And I was just like, no. Yeah. So I took her to the side, tried to pump her up, you know, because it's like, for me, like I'm not mad at that. Like I appreciate that situation. And like to your point, you know, like we're all afraid of failures, but we have to teach our kids too that failures are the best parts of it because that's where you learn to readjust, right? Because I feel like we're never going to improve if we don't have something. If everything was right, we're never getting better because there's going to be somebody doing the same thing. They're going to fail. They're going to improve their system, and then now they're just that much greater than us. Yeah. And then we're going to be stuck in that mindset, oh, why is this happening to me? Versus going back to like, what the fuck is this shit trying to like teach me? Yeah. You know, and I really want that out of her. And I told her, I said, I don't necessarily want you to do jiu-jitsu, but I don't want you to be like this. Yeah. And I asked her, I said, I know you're very good in school. Is this how you are when they ask you to go stand in front of the class to present something? She's like, no. I said, this is the same thing. I said, the only difference here is that somebody's trying to kick your ass. So you're going to let them kick your ass? And she's like, I cannot do this. And I was like, all right, this is one time. I said, but I'm not going to stop. I said, every time you come up here, we're going to come here. He said, okay, just not today. I said, deal. But we're going to keep working on this.
Yeah.
And I'm hard on it because I know where I came from and how long it took me to get rid of this. Yeah. Like some of this shit is I'm still trying to work it out of me, you know, because that's the only thing, like my desires, right? I want to be this. He's telling me like, you are not that. Keep going this way.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel all the shit that's like, why am I walking into this office? Why am I feeling like this? Oh, I learned something cool. Now I changed a little bit of how I present myself. Okay, this makes sense. Keep going. Fuck, now I have to be vulnerable. I have to like be honest about who I really am. Fuck, keep going. It's like, damn it. You know, so it's like, now it makes more sense for me to coach kids.
Yeah. Because
I really want them to be like where I'm at their age. So when they're at our age, they're masters of life.
Yeah.
They're not trying to figure it out. You know, sports is a good concept. Yeah. I think we just never really had the people before us to learn how to manage our emotions and like build us up that way.
Yeah. It was just fucking go.
Yeah. And they were playing through us.
Yeah.
They were not trying to build us to be better humans and good contributors of society.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh man, this guy's son, this guy's good. Man.
Yeah. They already
make him play.
A lot of it's genes. Yeah. It's more gene based than, you know, how your talent is out there, you know.
They're like set, and then it's like a set expectation that you're not even, a lot of times you're not even ready to meet yet. Yeah. And then if you don't, there's a fucking, you're looked down upon, you know, like that kind of shit. And it's like, dude, not everybody's going to be the same. Not everybody's going to have the same results, but there's still ways to go about learning and winning. You know, it doesn't have to look the same way for everybody. It shouldn't look the same for everybody. And it's like, but it's still going through that process and staying with that process to learn what you can and what you have to get on the right fucking path that you need to get on. It's like every time I feel like I'm veering off, or every time I know that something's getting hard, it's same thing like you just said. Like, what is this going to teach me? Because this shit is not looking like how I want it to look right now. Yeah. It's not feeling the way I want to feel. It's like, especially with running. That's why I fucking love you, bro. Because it goes through so much shit. Like, you know, you feel fucking great sometimes, and you just feel like, what just happened to me? Why am I so fucking slow? Why, you know, like you just start comparing yourself, you know, to other people that you look up to, stuff like that, and it's like, why am I not getting better? You know, and it's like, but a lot of times it's taking that step back. Sometimes it is that you have to step back. You have to fucking, you know, reassess like what you're doing. And because sometimes you get so lost in it that you just forget that, you know, you've done all of this, or you've put in all that work, but maybe, you know, you have to readjust here to get to that next level instead of keep doing what you've been doing, you know? So it's just that understanding, like that's how the game is, like just playing that damn game and knowing that not everybody's gonna get the same results in the same time frame. You just fucking gotta readjust when you have to readjust.
It's crazy when you say the game, you know, because I mean that's ultimately what it is.
Exactly.
You gotta make that shit fun, but more importantly, you gotta really like fucking receiving is the word of the day. Receiving is the word of the day. Yes. But you know, like something that we've been doing up north, you know, with my team, we've been working on, we call it the warrior code, and there's a code, and that's just you living in alignment with yourself. And you're answering questions, but you are asking yourself those questions, and you are digging deep and answering those questions. And like the first question would be like, okay, what are you writing about? And let's say today I'm irritated. Why are you irritated? Oh, because my wife kind of said something and I snap. And the next question is like, so what story are you telling yourself? So now you like take a seat back. Okay. Whoa. Did she piss me off, or is that my problem for being short fused?
What's going on again?
Yeah. So now I spill everything on that, you know, and then the next 3 questions are, what should you start doing? What should you stop doing? And what should you sustain doing to not keep revolving in that toxic cul-de-sac, right? Like address it. And then you work your way all the way to that. And you find your lesson. What lesson did you learn today? What's the biggest revelation you're taking from this lesson? And then what's your next action? So the next action is like, well, shit, I'm going to sit down and talk to my wife about this. Tell her that I snap because I don't like it when she says something about this. Okay, what what do you not like about that, Wilton?
Mhm.
Like, let's break that down and talk to your wife about it.
Mhm.
So it's been pretty intriguing
Mhm.
for me. That's why I've been kind of quiet lately, because I've been digging deep,
Mhm.
like very, very deep.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had conversations with my wife that I think for the most part I've been really passive about,
Mhm.
because once again, like I know I have power, but it's like it's always better to just like, man, let that shit
Yeah.
cruise by, and then it comes back again like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Same shit,
yeah.
Lucky-
motherfucker.
So like you're not drinking as much
Yeah.
as before too, you know?
And then I always make the joke like, oh, I just like it like that because I like the makeup sex.
Yeah.
You know, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Is that toxic fucking
Yeah.
circle.
Mhm.
You know, you get
Yeah.
everything is good, cruising, snap,
Mhm.
fight, makeup sex, back again.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
that's why I was like, nah, this shit. And when I started doing that shit, bro, fuck, your makeup sex sucks, bro. That's just fast. The sex now,
I was mad. I was mad longer, so I didn't have sex.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy, but it's just more like getting in tune with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's why I question, you know, when you said fear of failure, you know, like why are we giving a fuck about what other people think, and then kind of like how we align with ourselves, and why I said 75 hard is cool. I didn't think about it like that, but now with a lot more open mind, like you're the only one keeping score on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, there's nobody like on the phone line, you know, like, oh, did you read your 10 pages today? Did you finish your gallon of water? Like, that's just you.
Yeah.
And you can see how you can totally like try to manipulate the system,
Mhm.
but then now you think to yourself,
Yeah.
like, is that the story you want to tell yourself?
Mhm.
You know, and who are you doing this for? Well, I'm doing this because I want to show my kids how it's done. Are you going to tell them that you didn't complete everything? You know, like shit like that. So
Yeah.
now you're just like, okay,
Mhm.
fuck. That's why it's like a lot better when there's things that we can do that we're not going against anybody else.
Mhm.
You're just
Yeah.
you and yourself.
Yeah.
That's how I try to look at things
Yeah.
now, right?
We were just
Like,
talking about
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
yesterday.
Like
yeah.
no more like comparing the shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at the end, it's just you and your family, right?
Yeah.
Like do what you need to do,
Yeah.
because again, no one cares, right? Like
Yeah.
besides you and your family.
Mhm.
So that's all you really need to go up against, and it means that much more too.
Yeah.
It makes you push that much harder
Like
when you're
to-
doing it for your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like to go off what Will was talking about, like with the toxic circle,
Yeah.
and then like everything like that you've been doing and stuff like that. How have you seen like it help or it affect your marriage even? Like, because I know for like it's changed the way like everything that I've been doing, and it's changing me, right? So like the idea is I'm changing myself so that it helps that, you know, and it's not trying to change my wife, not trying to change my kids. I'm just trying to change myself so that I'm better for them. Like, how do you feel like everything that you've been doing with 75 hard, you know, even just getting better physically, you know, mentally, how is that? How do you think it's helped, or how, like, what kind of changes have you seen, at least in your marriage and your relationship?
Fucking last longer.
Yeah. Fuck forever, boy.
Yeah, was
Or fast as fuck, boy.
I'm trying to match my running mile to that, bro.
Yeah.
4:30.
Check the pace.
His pace, heart rate.
Yeah.
Make sure your heart rate zone 2.
Yeah, was it's helped a lot. I'd say, like Will was saying, like a lot of self-assessing, you know, like trying to see different sides, different views, right? Like if I get on my kids about something, I try to put myself in their shoes too. You know what I mean? Like, damn, how can I listen to you when you're constantly just fucking yelling at me all the damn time? That's stressful, right? Like, we may not think we're big, but we're fucking big compared to the fucking kids, right?
Yeah.
It's like fucking intimidation and shit like that. Like, that's stressful. You're putting on a lot of extra stress, unneeded stress that
Yeah.
they don't need. And it's already hard enough. You know what I mean? They're always, things with kids, they're always trying to, they want to please you. So when we feel like they're doing stuff to like disobey us, it's not that. You know what I mean? We're just fucking snapping. We're just going off fucking emotion at that time because they didn't fucking do something that we wanted them to do at that time. And then back with me and my wife, I mean, communication is so key, I swear to God, man. Like, I'm the type, you know, like when me and her get in an argument, she'll be mad that I say this, but she's the type to, you know, store it all in and maybe close that door and run away from our little issue that we have. I like to resolve the shit like right away. Like
That's
if I know there's a
thing, bro. That's a side pen.
yeah.
I guess.
Hiding in the bathroom, lock the door, like open up this door. You're like, go away. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna break the door.
Do the snowman?
We're gonna talk about this right now, but it puts a lot of stress on me. Like if I know there's a problem, right, and I can't fucking sleep, dude. Like if I can't go to bed at night knowing that me and you have a fucking problem, you know, especially your wife, right? You love them, so it's just like, let's try to communicate better. What do you need from me as a husband, as a dad? What would you like to see? And have realistic fucking expectations.
Were you like that before too?
I would like to think I was that way, but no, probably not. Yeah. I mean, there's good things I have, and there's a lot of bad shit too. Piece of shit also, you know what I mean, that I do with my family, and things that are awesome, you know what I mean? But it's all about learning, and like I said, communication for me in our household is a big thing. Like back to my kids, like I'll go back to sports because that's the season we're in right now. Like Jada's doing softball. It's her first year of softball. She's never played sports before, but you know, she made the team. Juliana's doing volleyball, first year in sports. Rocky's doing his baseball. And every time I'm working with them or helping them train, I know I'm coming down on them hard. And I'd say, hey, don't worry about me. You know me, your dad's a fucking hard ass. Like he's going to come at you. Take the good from me that you can, and the bad, just fucking disregard that shit. Or keep that in your memory bank and
don't be like
make that. Don't be like that. Don't apply that to your way of thinking. And it's just showing them and being open with them. Because whenever I show them something, I'm like, this is a chance for us to be honest. If I'm not teaching you right, like, tell me so I can change it. I may not like to hear it, but I'll be open-minded to listen to you, you know, and this is where we can be honest with each other. So I feel like opening up those lines of communication within the family is huge. And that's kind of a lot of stuff I've learned through my journey, this new journey I'm on with fitness and everything like that, is just kind of being more open-minded, you know, being more aware, more intentional with stuff that you want to do. Like I said, just teaching my kids it's okay to make mistakes, you know, and just go after it and learn. And I think our family overall has major props to them, because I swear to God, everything I've tried to do, they've always been very supportive, right? Like when I was going through 75 hard and doing the diets and everything like that, my kids are doing the diets with me. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dad's going to eat salad and freaking pan fried chicken or whatever, you know what I mean? With like fucking salt and pepper, and they'll eat it, you know what I mean? And I mean, they're teaching me a lot too, you know, as far as like working with a team. Like everyone has to work together to make it, it's give and take, right? Like we can't always listen to you. You got to listen to me too, you know what I mean?
Then they start holding you accountable and stuff too.
Yeah. And they hold you accountable. I mean, Juliana, shit, I swear she holds me accountable more than anybody, because I'll tell her I'm going to go for a run and I'm sitting on the couch watching ESPN or something. She's like, are you done with your run yet? I was like, this motherfucker. I'm like, really?
I was trying to get out of it
today. I was like, no, I'm about to go. She's like, oh, okay. You said you were going to go run, so I thought you're going to run. I'm like Juliana, man. I was like, you always just call it, huh? I was like, yeah.
Sucker punch.
Yeah. No, it's just, I don't know. A lot of, you guys should know too, you know what I mean? Because you guys feel it as well, as far as you guys making changes, and hopefully you guys see it in your family, that, you know, and they all everyone's on board, you know, and it works better that way when you can communicate. Back to the communication. And listening and being loving.
I think that'd be like a lot of things that I've like learned on the journey, especially like through fitness, especially running, bro. Like it's another big deal to me. It's like when you're on long distance runs and stuff, like you're constantly like self-assessing. Like, I mean, it's almost anything, right? It's just my tool.
Yeah.
It's just the tool that I use to find my shit, right? I'm constantly self-assessing, making, trying to figure out how do I solve whatever problem I'm going through at that time. And it's like the same thing with my family. Whenever something's coming up or there's, fucking within families, bro, there's always shit going on. You know what I mean? And everybody can act, a certain way, like their family's perfect. Bullshit. We all know it's all fucking wild all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like there's always shit going on,
Yeah.
It's always wild. It's just how it works. And nobody, like, we always have to work through these things. And it's like I've talked about it before. It was like, I just think it's a man's job to be the problem solver for his family. Like for the most part, like those big problems is the fucking man. He has to be the problem solver and be very cool, calm, collected to handle situations for their family. And I just think that like when you have your tool that you've used to like self-assess yourself and always be able to figure out the problems that's wrong with you, then you can use that same tool, not as like the tool itself, but how you've figured out how to fix those problems and apply that to your family as well. Yeah. And I just always think about like, how can I, when shit's going on and stuff's going, not the way you want, especially within your family, it's like you're trying to figure out not how to fucking add to the fire or make it worse or, just make it any more stressful for anybody, no matter how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like because everybody has emotions, but it comes to the point where you have to disregard those emotions to take care of problems. And I always fucking think about it like I was talking about my wife, like doing, having to deal with the kids and stuff like that and the baby. And it's just like, how can I help fix that problem? And how can I help assist and make it easier for everybody instead of worrying about me? It's like worrying about whatever emotions I'm going through. That shit just goes right out the window now. Like nowadays it's like it doesn't matter what I feel like or what I want to do. I need to make sure, I have to do my shit that keeps me my best, right? Like I think it's very important that I stay fit and then I work out and that's how I keep my mind right. That's how I give them my best. Because it's like I was thinking about this when we were like traveling and stuff. I'm like, that whole idea of helping other people and trying to give yourself to other people, and you can only give so much. It's like if I'm walking around holding a bunch of fucking luggages, right, and I see somebody needs help, I can't help them because I'm already fucking packed. Like I have nothing. I gotta go unload this shit first, and then I can help you. And that's the same idea that I always use. Like you have to be able to fill yourself up, and then be able to unload, deload, right? Like that's how running, lifting weights and all the stuff that we do. And then you can give and you can help. But I feel like if you don't do those things, you're working from a very low fucking level and you're not really able to give. And yeah, I just always want to like be able to work through the problems and work through it with not trying to control everybody else, but trying to control myself. Yeah. And that's just the way I think about when it comes to the family. And the better I get, the better I'm able to help the family,
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
How about you, pal? What do you?
Has he hit his 400 words?
Like 399 already. What are you talking about, bro?
What you just said right there, you're at 225.
You check the counter.
Oh wait, that was my max rep. How is it? Because you've one that's been active on the socials, doing stuff with the kids. So you got them new bikes. Mm-hmm. So how has that been, and like what kind of sparked all of that?
What sparked all of that? It was just being a part of what I was doing, because a lot of it was just being out there by myself, right? And if I want to tell my kids to come out and just enjoy their day at the end of the day, with them being on the bike, would take some of the hard work of just running, consistently running, because at the end of the day it's boring, right? So I made it a point for me to take them out pretty much almost every day, because I'm consistently running every day, and just signing them up to experience the running part of just my journey. So yeah, I signed them up for a 5K, and a big part of that, bringing them out, was I've seen them really open up. just as a person. So they, we'll be out there just 45 minutes to, an hour, even longer. And I just watch these two just freaking go at each other, like they just fucking like sometimes don't like each other. And then minutes later, they're fucking, laughing at each other. I was like, dude, I don't fucking see this all the time at the house, you know? So it's for me to just take them and be a lot more active rather than just sitting at home, right? Because I mean, there's days where they're like, oh, can I take a break? I was like, what is 12 minutes of sitting on the couch versus 12 minutes of running? Like you gain more by running rather than just wasting your time, on the couch and just watching TV, right? So, and it's helped me a lot, and I've always, made it a joke where all these are my pacers, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's the bond that I'm building with them. I just want to show them that if you can go through all of these, that we're doing out almost every single day, what is more, like there's more to come, but that's going to be like, it's going to be nothing, right? Because you're out there just constantly, and consistently putting the work, right? Even just riding bike is not easy, dude. I mean, I took them out, for my last run, my longest run, 21 miles. I was kind of worried about that, but I, with the amount of running and just consistently riding, I was like, dude, I know my kids, they got this. So, that's a lot of it is just showing them that you have to go through, like it's going to be hard regardless of what you do. And what better way to show them is to go through it with them, right? So
and
it's been great,
bro.
Yeah,
they see that. I think that's the big thing is they see you doing it. They see you fucking like just how proud could you be? Like you just fucking watching your dad just rock 21 miles. You know what I mean? Like the fuck is that? Like what can any like how many of their fucking classmates can they fucking talk to? Say, oh your dad runs 20 miles too? Like
how many of people that are older than them know the concept of 21 miles?
Yeah,
like they know that like on MapQuest. But like as far as like seeing that distance over time, like as you're riding it
bike,
or running it, so that's cool. I mean, I love it, bro, because for them to see what's hard, like you're right, like that could be boring, but for them to see and put the concept together, like oh my dad is running 21 miles, and then for them to feel like how long that is,
it's crazy because even like Maddie at school, bro, she'll tell her teacher, oh my dad runs marathons. I was like, what? Like she'll tell like every event that we've done, dude, she'll tell her teacher, bro, like, oh yeah, my dad did this, or like she's very like she's proud, like just fucking oh my dad does this shit. I was like, yeah, that's pretty dope.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, receive that, bro.
I see that.
I see you trying to deflect it. You gotta receive that.
No,
bro.
it's just crazy, because Matt, just Maddie as a person, right? She's very shy and all of that, but it's like for her to like fucking, oh, my dad does this. Like, dude,
your kids are proud of you.
You know what my son did, bro? You know what Andre did, bro? He was fucking bro, this motherfucker, bro. This guy, bro, was wearing my fucking Iron Man backpack that we got. Bro, goddamn. So he fucking went to the YMCA, right? He's playing basketball. He always goes over there, and he always used that bag, and he was using it for school. This fucking guy, bro. So some guy asked him about the bag. He's like, oh, where'd you get that? He's like, oh, yeah, my dad, I guess was tried to do a Ironman, and it's like, oh, how'd he do? It's like, he didn't finish. he didn't finish the swim, and he's like, oh, too bad for your dad, because I guess the guy probably did it or something like that. So I was like, oh fuck, my son's over here fucking telling the story of the one thing I failed. I was like, this fucking guy.
It's too long to say. Yeah, he trained for it. It's like straight up.
Yeah, like, it's cool. I don't care. That's that shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean the kids, they love it. Ever since I've like it started with just Levi, I need a new bike. And I knew he needed a new bike, right? He was due for one. So I was like, okay, what better way? Mountain bikes. Because Levi is like, Dad, I wanna go to the trails or the jumps or whatever. I was like, dude. I was like,
in Ording? In Ording?
Just wherever. Because I brought him once, when he was on the little Strider, the balance bike. Yeah, I brought him out to the trails once, and I don't know. I guess it just sparked in him to like, Dad, I want to go to the jungle or trail, I was like, dude, I mean, I got a bike, like, all right, let's go get bikes. So we got Levi bikes. that guy's all, he loves that shit. Maddie too, it's like, Dad, look, I jumped the bike, just the front end, just, like a couple inches, Dad, I jumped the bike. So he's teaching Maddie, he's like, just do this, post that shit up, just fucking a couple 3 inch off the ground, whatever, buddy's proud. That's like, just shit like that, they're just teaching each other, whatever, just fucking, yapping at each other. And
it's fun to watch them. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. I mean, he's he was there for that run when we went to Foothills, and they just he's.
I call them the Pacers. You know what I mean? They just crack me up because they're just out there enjoying their time. I think it's cool as hell that you're doing that. You know what I mean? Bringing them out there. I mean, like, what better way? I mean, you're creating that bond. You know what I mean? Like that time when you're running, they could be at home and you're missing that time, right? So to say, like that family time, and you're doing all of it together. Like that's badass.
They're gonna remember all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do it with our oldest, but she's like in her own.
Oh, sure.
She's on her own world, fucking. I mean,
that age already.
Where we're experiencing rugby now, like, dude, like where where did it come from? But it's been great. I mean, just to speak about that, it's been great. She's fucking. I mean, she's a big kid, dude. Like fucking.
Yeah.
Just big girl, like fucking a lot of muscle. I do like if this girl went to the gym with me, bro, consistently, I think she'd fucking just be
squat
jacked.
more than you.
Oh, easy. I'm pretty sure, bro. Yeah. And I've seen her, like hit.
I seen that one post that you had of her where the girl was trying to run and she just like stopped and I was like, Jesus.
I just put her head down, bro, and fucking put her down. I was like, dude, my daughter is, dude, she's crazy.
Just fucking eat it, huh? Yeah. Just keep going.
And I just, I kind of just tell her, like, if you want to do it, like, make sure it's because that's, that's what you want to do. Not because you're trying to be a part of a group or, just do it because you want your cousin or, stuff like that. Like, do it because that's what you solely and, your heart wants to do at the end of the day. So, but,
still
you're at 475.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, that's your point, and he touched on it. But that's awesome because many people would make excuses, saying I would, but I have to watch my kids.
Yeah.
Versus you, where you were doing it, but now you get to do it with your kids. So there's really was never any excuses. Now it's just more time to build that family bond. You guys all doing hard shit, microdosing adversity. Shout out. It's not an ad. But no, that's awesome. And that's why I ask us. I think a lot of us that could be an excuse. I would, but I don't have time, or, there's not enough time in the day. And like there's reasons why we work out at the times we work out, because we're gonna like you cannot bring your kid to the gym, or I cannot bring my kids to the gym. So that's why I want to work out there, so that later on in the afternoon, that's my time with them. Yeah.
But speaking about bringing your kids to the gym, dude, I just I'm pretty sure he knew why he did that. But dude, I brought Levi once to the gym.
Oh yes.
Right. And I brought him again this past, I think 2 weeks ago. And I was, I'm not going to bring my kid there to just fucking run around or, my kids know better, right? So I brought Levi there. We're going to work out together. Dude, and some, like, employee, I don't see this guy often, bro, walks up to me. It's like, hey, brother. So what's up? Oh, he can't be on the gym floor. It's like, what do you mean? He's with me. Oh, I'm just trying to put common sense out there. I was like, dude, like, what common sense are you trying? My kid is here to fucking work out with me. Yeah. Because I literally brought the 3-pound dumbbells for Levi. Yeah. It's like, oh, this could happen. I was like, even with me? Yeah, 100%. I was like, dude, you can fucking pull your back walking back to wherever you came from 100% too. Like, shut up. Like, you don't have to tell me common sense.
The fact that he fucking said that was fucking
I was like, bro, like, relax, dude. I walked out there. I was like,
relax.
Get the fuck out, dude.
You should have canceled your membership.
Yeah. Dude, I 100% thought about that. I was like, no, but I don't want to drive. No, I don't want to drive further, right? Yeah.
Just run then.
I mean, true.
You fucking do that already.
I just wanted to make it, that gym is not bad. It's a great gym to be at. It was just that one incident that happened, right? Because, they pretty much leave you alone over there, right? But it's like, dude, my kid is not here to, like, take space from people or whatever.
Yeah.
He was gonna work out with me. He's like, oh, that's what we have a day. I don't want my son to be miserable in that freaking room where these kids are crying and everything. Like, I'm trying to fucking make my kid work out.
Yeah.
Fuck. Who pissed out?
I was like, damn. Dude, I literally walked up. There's some lady at the front desk. Have a good day. I was like, fuck you, see you later. I pushed the door open. Fuck you. It was just, it was like quick, I was like, whatever, dude, So what did we do? I think we ran. We
ran
after.
Yeah. That's I think is dope though about like fucking like Run Club, because the kids are out there too. So the kids are seeing something they would have never seen. None of us saw that shit. You don't see fucking 30 Chamorros or 30 fucking palau.
We did what we saw.
Yeah,
we did what we saw.
Yeah, play baseball.
Yeah, and drink
barbecue. Yeah,
we
did that.
Now they're seeing something different.
Yeah,
And
I thought it was cool because even in Saipan it was the same thing. Like all those people out there, they brought the kids. They already knew. They perfectly fine bringing the kids. The kids need to see shit like this.
Yeah.
And this like I said, like the kids are gonna remember that kind of shit, bro. They're gonna see, because like we're just talking about, we don't have memories of seeing that, but we're doing it. And now these kids are fortunate enough to be able to see that stuff, and now it's going to guide them more towards that way and see that it's more normal than us fucking growing up and never seeing it. And thinking we had to do so much shit just to get to that point, For them, it's just easy access now. It's open, it's normal. So this is what we do, especially like your kid. All your kids are out there. Your kids are out there. Like Cadence is out there. Aria's out there. Andre wasn't out there yesterday, but he's usually out there.
Jet lag.
Wendy's kids out there. Like, how fucking like we're building, like basically building ourselves and the next generation, and that's fucking. Just imagine the doors that it's gonna open for our kids just because they've seen something differently than what we saw.
And it is powerful, bro, because they see their people, right? So now, like when they're by themselves and doing the same thing, they're already seeing what it looks like and how it could be done, versus that place is always going to give them an out.
Yeah.
And I've been there. It's easier to just take the ladder, but like, fuck, I'm not running perimeter, Spanway. Mr. Brokaw.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's always perimeter. And I tell you what, bro, there's many times I fucking took shortcut.
Oh yeah,
because I didn't want to fucking run. I just cut halfway. Because that's like 3 miles, right? Yeah.
Or a mile and a half or something. It was far,
but it just feels fucking long
at that time. And you're going for time too, right? Yeah. So
shit.
That's why I was just like, man.
That's why I always hated
Dave's
running.
Dad.
Yeah.
Dave Brokaw.
Yeah, Dave.
Remember Dave Brokaw?
I think.
Yeah, his dad was our PE teacher.
Oh,
and it's like, perimeters today, and it's like, man, fuck shit, man.
I'm gonna go in this honey bucket where we set our weed pipe, and I'm gonna hit it,
and then
we'll come back around.
Everybody pass by and then just jump in right behind. It's like, well, then I know you're not that fast, boy.
Why does it say this?
What's your mile and a half time? 12:15. Like, shit. TV right there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and that's what I was trying to aim for, right? Like, now that our kids are growing up and doing that stuff, now when they go wherever they're at, they can be leaders of wherever they're at, or at least know how to follow and know how to be supportive, rather than be the negative Nancy,
Yeah.
Man, why we gotta do this, man? It's stupid, man. Why we have to run that way? I can run this way. It's like, well, just follow, bro. Like, let's go.
Yeah. And I think it's just also cool because they just know what it looks like to be part of a group that does something different than just the partying and drinking and stuff like that. I just think that it's important for them to see that, because we can just all go back to like thinking about what we were showing our kids before, and it's just I'm just something, probably the most proud moment that I have probably on this journey is just the fact that like our kids get to see something different than what we saw, and they're gonna that can only bring different results for them compared to what we did, especially early 30s and shit like that, So I'm looking forward to seeing like what our kids come out to, accomplish just because of the stuff that we kind of started, and we're trying to show them to better their future. So
like maybe one day we'll just all be camped out waiting for them to finish their marathon.
We're just watching them.
That'd be crazy. Right.
And bro, like even that, like just the idea of just all of us at some point together, like just doing something, and then it's just somebody's doing something hard that day, but we're all there to watch them and support them. Like, just that kind of shit just fucking fills me up, bro. Just thinking about all that. Like, because we all know, like, somebody in the group, out of all the people that have been become part of the group, is just like, somebody's going to be doing something hard at various points of the year, so we us all going to be there to support those people. Fuck, wait, I missed your I missed your matches, bro.
Yeah.
How was that? I was going to ask about that.
Hard shit, bro. Talking about doing hard shit.
How was it being back on the, like, competing again?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. I mean, as a matter of fact, I was more regulated. You know, not all amped up.
Yeah,
but at the same time, after my first match, like, I can feel everybody's behind me.
Yeah.
But I was on my knees on the concrete, and I was just looking at my hands because I lost my forearms. Like, what the fuck, dude? And I just kept telling myself, like, dog, we do harder shit than this.
Yeah.
Like, go out there and have fun. I was more concerned about my, like, heart regulation. You know, not trying to be over amped up. Just kind of, if I get swept, just go with the flow instead of worrying about being on top. But yeah, speaking on that, like, that's another thing I had to receive, right? You know, like, it's my tournament, you know, like, knowing people don't have to be there, but people were there, you know, and showing their support. You know, it's like more gratitude for that. You know, to see Pao and Vince and doing that shit. And then another thing that has been a revelation to me is that I understand that my jiu-jitsu is not top notch. And I understand fully that I'm not doing jiu-jitsu to be a world champ. Jiu-jitsu is a vessel for me to lead other people. And it was, I'm doing it in part of, like, rebuilding myself.
Yeah.
And building my character, and then coaching other people on how they can rebuild themselves. That's a big realization for me. Like, I ain't no world champ.
Yeah.
It's just a vessel that I'm cruising on. And that's why I'm connecting to all these cool people and gaining great knowledge and then passing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's the same way I see running. Yeah. So it's like the same shit. It's like, fuck it, we're never gonna be elite, but we're gonna fucking be doing it anyway, just to fucking learn and then share it, right?
Yeah.
But fuck, bro, I was fucking because I saw the, like, people posting, and I saw Vince post, and this I was like, fuck. Well, he won, first off, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, fuck, dude, I wanted to be there for that shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm gonna have to make it out to watch you, brother.
Are you gonna do another one?
Yeah. So the next, I'm not gonna do the one in July because my schedule is stacked for July, but the next one after that is in October.
So
definitely, gonna be doing
late
that.
October, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll try to
Definitely
catch that
gonna be
one for
doing
sure.
that.
Still make a trip.
I said no. That's what I'm saying. We got Portland in early October. So
Portland.
after that, yeah.
If it's October, no, never mind, we're not gonna go.
What is that? What are you guys doing in October?
Portland Marathon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Portland Marathon. I just found out yesterday Joe's going to do that one too. So
Hell yeah. Speaking of Joe, so how many shoes do you have, man? Can we get the exact number?
Yeah, I think I got like
Please
maybe
count.
6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Yeah.
And how many of those do you use regularly to run?
Right, like 3.
So
Right,
just-
The other
just-
three, just because if the drop, if they no more size, then no more shoe.
Yeah.
Like how is like why so many? Like, why do you guys run through so many shoes, man? Asking for a friend,
So I'll be
Whole lot of
geeking
money.
out, right? Like, anybody that knows me, once I get into something, I'll geek
Oh,
out.
I know
yeah.
that.
I mean, I've experienced that with softball with this
Yeah.
guy. It's like, dude, all kinds of glove, all kinds of bat.
You
like,
seen the
bro,
new A3000? You seen the new A3 fucking thousand?
That's the
I got
one I
that.
made.
Yeah.
The A3K.
Yeah. But that was from what I learned, right? Like, you have like certain shoes that do certain things, or like the more high stack of the shoe, right? It's more better for like the longer runs, easier like on your joints, your muscles, and stuff like that. And I've learned like the lighter shoe, right? That's kind of like what you want to pick up your pace in. At least
That's the shoe we run away from our problem
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
The fastest fuck boy shoes.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being like sarcastic about that. Like, I wanted to know because some people like myself, like, I'm pretty sure maybe when I start, calculating miles the way you guys are doing it, then maybe I have to enter some different aspects. But for now, it's like, fuck, I got this hocus. They're fucking painful as fuck, but it's what I got. We're gonna make this happen.
Yeah. Shit, you probably have you had those long? Like, have you ran a lot in it?
Yeah, well, I only use that to run. Like, I don't use it to do anything else but run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, were you using that like when you did 75 hard time, or is that?
No.
Okay,
This
you
is
just got
like
this.
last year.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it was
okay.
just last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took a while to get used to, and I think that's where that's the reason why I asked that question, because you cannot really like a shoe. I guess it's not one thing you can just look at. Oh, I want that. Like you have to feel it and put it through things.
Yeah.
Put yourself through different things to actually find like the optimum one that's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh shit, fucking new Nike. I'll go get that.
Yeah.
And then it's like the shittiest fucking feeling.
Yeah. I definitely go into
definitely
it.
real.
At least I'm still new to all this, but I'm definitely looking for something in the shoe for sure. Like the way the foam is, so to say. You know what I mean? Like kind of, I don't like too squishy, too soft, because I feel like I'm almost like running in sand, right? Like you're not getting like that energy. So I kind of like that medium balance of a shoe, like where you're kind of getting more back. You're not sinking so much. Yeah.
So is responsive a term?
Yes.
In shoe?
Yes.
Like how quick it bounces you back?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't want that in like a normal daily run shoe.
Yeah.
You don't want that because it's not gonna.
Okay, so
you
if
get
you have a
injured, you
daily
get-
run shoe and you have a marathon shoe,
like a race
Yes.
shoe or speed shoe. Yeah.
Okay. See, hey, you don't laugh at me because I'm asking questions for all you fuckers.
Yeah, bro. Like basically, you should have like. I think if you're running marathons, I think you should have like at least 3 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
got to
that's what I was about
cycle
to
it
say.
just so you're making your shoe kind of set itself back to its normal form.
Fuck, so there's a shoe that will make you faster than my hokas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By consistently running.
We gotta talk, Crystal.
But yes, there's the shoes.
Okay.
There's shoes out there that'll help you with.
So by all
Whatever.
means, those are not stupid questions.
No, not at
Okay.
all.
No,
Cool.
you're good.
I think the only
Good,
stupid
Roger.
one is the one we don't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, wait, bro, because this morning, dude, when I went on my 8-mile run this morning, this fucking, bro, went down to Green River again, same thing, and I was fucking coming back, bro. Like at the park that, on the corner, so there's some guy, I saw him, bro, like, and I could tell he's some skinny, like, old dude, but he's running fast, bro, but run like this, like, I can see, but he's going fast, so I'm like, oh shit, this guy's fucking, definitely a little older, and he's quick, bro. He came around, and he, like, came towards me, and then he didn't say anything, bro. Anything other than I'm 63 years old. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you didn't even say good morning, hi, nothing. You just, I'm 63 years old. And he just kept going, bro. This weird ass fucking running style. But he was pretty fucking fast. I don't know how far he was running, but I'm 63 years old. It's like, I'm proud of you, bud.
Yeah.
I'm black.
Oh my god. But that's fucking the funniest shit be happening on runs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see people, different running styles. It's like, whoa.
Mhm.
I see some people running like in sandals. Is that
Bro,
a
using the
thing?
marathons, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Barefoot, bro.
I saw people barefoot on
Yeah.
the trail.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like
Gangster
not
shit.
not the the inner urban, no, what is it? Centennial Trail up by the
Oh,
gym.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's not running on the path. He's running on
On
the
the
horse
grass.
path,
Oh, yeah. I've seen that too.
like gravel shit.
That's crazy.
Talk about grounding.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane,
Straight
bro.
up.
I saw some guy in the Philippines running in fucking like those, the one that's like
the
the,
Tivas or whatever.
I don't know what the frick. It has like the overlap and then a little ring for the big toe. That's it. Like the brown slipper.
Like the Jesus sandals.
Yeah, like that, bro. And that's all. He was just running in that. Big guy too, but fucking moving out there like.
Was he running from something or like?
Bro, I don't know. He's probably running from the food that's in the back of fucking. I was like, God damn.
No, it's running to the talo.
Bro, it's Tahoe, bro.
Oh, Tahoe.
This guy keeps saying Tahoe or Talo in the fucking text. I was like, he means Tahoe, right? Like, I'm not Filipino or nothing, bro, but I'm just.
Hey. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
But Joe, man, I mean, fucking, I like to commend you, bro. Because once again, I would never pass up, not necessarily calling out our community, but to like AJ's point, right? We didn't see stuff like what you guys are doing now, growing up, and we can see where it would be beneficial for most of our people to start doing something. But like as I always tell Pao, at the same time, we cannot keep chasing those people because we're kind of losing energy, and yeah, for the most part, you can just continue what you're doing, bring your family on the journey, and all the ones that, you care for. I appreciate seeing your family out there running too. And how did that transpire? Like, did you tell them to go, like Eric and Lisa, or they just kind of?
I think it's like a lot of people, right? Like you see someone that you relate to, and you get motivated or inspired and realize that, hey, you know, like I relate so much to you that, you know, if you can do it, you know, I can probably do it if I give it a try. So my family, like I said, they've always been supportive of me, especially my wife and kids. Like they see me doing it. I'll talk to them, you know, why it's important to take care of yourself, you know, your mind, your body, and everything like that. And we should try it out, you know. Like I commend a lot of you guys for getting your family out too, you know, trying different stuff that they're not comfortable in. Like I see you, you know, like when you're doing like CrossFit and all that, you dabble in a lot of different things that you're not very comfortable with. And that's what I like to see with like myself and my family. And when I presented the opportunity, like, hey, we should all kind of run together, just try it out. Like, trust me, I hate running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's something that I actually grew to love because of where it puts my mind and challenges me mentally and physically to prepare and just stay focused on what I want to try to get done through each run. So it was good. Jojo wanted to get back into shape too, and it was just a good way, almost like how Pal's bringing out his kids, you know, again, that extra quality time. And we're working out, being active, being outside, not being on our screens and stuff like that is another opportunity for us to just be together as a family. And I just commend them for being open-minded and joining in because it's been a lot of fun. And that's kind of like my greatest joy is watching, you know, our wives, our kids, especially the little ones, you know, the youth coming out and running with us and trying it out. And you can see it in them. Like my kids like look forward to Run Club. In fact, yesterday was such a busy morning for us. Jada had like a choir concert at I think like 8:00. And we got to be in Seattle like around 10. So they didn't release her till like 9:20. But I was asking Jada, I was like, do you want to stay home? She's like, no, we got Run Club. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, let's go. Yeah. I was like, well, then hurry the hell up. I told your teacher to let you out. I don't know why she's waiting last minute. So, dude, we were flying. But yeah, they've been great. And I think it's, they see all of you guys too, and they understand. They've seen a lot of, like I said, going back to my family, they've experienced a lot of loss, you know what I mean, of some loved ones at a young age. And I think they realize that they're smart and they know that they need to make the most of their time because time is like the most valuable thing that I think we have besides our family, right? Like we never have enough time. So they're making time to come out. And again, that's another time for us to spend quality time together. But overall health, and they're having fun doing it. Yeah. I'm having hella fun.
That's a good part right there. You know, that they're not like forced to do it or actually enjoy it.
Every now and then, you know, like I feel like Rocky is the one that's
move them to start.
That motherfucker's giving me problems sometimes. Like, hey, you want to run? He's like, I'm good.
Bro, that's
like,
Andre, bro.
Good at what?
Yeah, that's Andre.
You're good? Yeah, go put your shoe on.
Yeah, that's Andre, bro. Like I said, you fucking can act any way you want with the family, right? Like act like your family's perfect. But like yesterday, Andre fucking was supposed to run 5 miles. We had a half marathon in 2 weeks, bro. This guy hasn't ran, I don't know, since the last Run Club, I think it was, because he didn't bring his shoes to Cepeda or on the trip. But 5 mile run yesterday, supposed to go run with Ching. And I think after like 2 miles, he said his stomach hurt or something like that. Pull a Levi in him. And then he bailed out. Like he just bailed out and he was sitting on the outside and Ching texted me. He's like, Andre's coming back. And I'm like, okay. So he comes back. He's sitting on the bench outside the front door. And I'm like, dude, bro, you think you're going to pull up to a half marathon in 2 weeks and you're going to feel okay the whole time? You're going to feel good? You're just going to breeze through it? It's like, it's going to hurt at some point. And I guarantee you this, I'm not letting you quit. Like, there's no way in hell, dude. Like, what are we going to do when you quit? We're going to walk back? Might as well just finish it, bro. Like, the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, and the thing that bothers me most about that kind of stuff is like, he's building his what do you call that? His track record like that, and these kids will always look back at that. It's the same with us. Like if we keep looking back, and we know that we're a person that quits when it gets hard. You're gonna quit every time something else comes up, and it's hard. So it's like I don't want him to build that track record and build in his mind like when shit gets hard, I quit or I just bail out. You know, and that's what kind of bothers me the most about it. So he came in. It's like, bro, you're not jumping on that video game. You're not playing games until your next run, like until you complete that run tomorrow with your mom. There's no way, bro. Like you can't. There's no way you don't have the energy or you have a stomach ache because you didn't eat or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
And there's no way that you're gonna go fucking. You have energy all of a sudden to go play games again, because I know how rowdy they get when they're playing games.
Oh, yeah.
It's not happening, bro. You finish a run, then you can probably get on that thing. But damn, bro. I was pretty hot about that. And
all that time you sat on the bench, you would have been back already.
I said, bro, it's like you fucking just
get your ass up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely.
I go through that with my kids too, right? Like finish what you start. Yeah. Because we went through that too, like trying to get them involved in stuff, and it gets too hard and they just quit, and I'm just like, that's not the lesson here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for you to be the very best. I just want you to give your best effort and see it through all the way. Yeah. Like, because there's so much to that. I was like, it's just like life. Like, you just can't just give up. Like, you still got to keep pushing. You still got to make it happen. You still got to pay your bills. You still got to provide, and
you don't get to just lay down.
Yeah, you just don't get to lay down. Yeah, but that shit used to piss that shit pisses me off more than anything. They're like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I told him that shit too one time. I was like, you think fucking I always want to go up and get up and do all the stuff that I'm doing, like go to work, but you got to eat, right?
Yeah, same thing.
It's the same shit, dog. Yeah. You can't just fucking quit. It's not like, that's not life, bro.
Like, I'm gonna stay home. Y'all ain't eating shit.
It's like, I don't want to feed you guys today.
I'm not gonna clothe you.
Yeah, shit.
Fucking A.
It's also, I mean, the thing that I like too about like your kids, Joe, is pretty similar to, Maddie and Levi, where they have some like timidity.
Yeah.
So when they come into the community, it's like that's where I know my role. It's like I shake the kids up, I say some weird shit to them, and they're just like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, you rocked Rocky, when you're like, "Fucking mama's boy running with his mom over here." You could have ran more. And then Rock was just like, "Oh shit, he's talking to me." Like, I was like, "Hey, Uncle Wilton's fucking with you, right?" And I was like, "You stopped for your mom." It was like, when you outran us last time. Like, yeah. I was like, he's just messing with you, dude. I was like, everything's always jokes over here. I was like, don't take this so serious. But yeah, he was already, he looked like he's about to cry already. I'm like, dude, here we go again.
Chill, puppy. Chill.
Yeah.
What was Andre saying?
Well, he said, I think it was when we went to get ice cream or something. He said you pinched his dog or something, and then you said something too. I don't know. I forgot what he said.
I don't know. I always ask. I think I asked him several times, like, "Hey, have your nuts dropped yet?"
Yo, there. Yeah, that's what it was.
Always.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilton started that shit out here.
Yeah, that's the shit that makes
no one ever touched my ass like fucking Wilton.
Yeah, nobody like confronts him like that. So it's funny. Like, I'm just fucking like a hard ass on him all the time for the most part. But nobody like gets to him like that. That's why I was like, every time, bro, like something happens, I was like, bro, you fucking wait till Uncle Will, bro. If Uncle Will come down and see you and he say some shit, that's you, dog.
Just wait for Uncle Will and Uncle Tunt.
Yeah. So they're gonna make you fucking know where you stand.
They're gonna pull your card.
Yeah.
I've always kind of seen that, like with our friends, like my colleagues, and then I especially like look forward to like our kids. Like I understand all our kids go through stress. Like you talked about it when you kind of said, you want to be hard on them, but at the same time you want them to be able to receive you. Instead of just like background noise, because you're just always rah rah rah. And I think one of the things we neglect is like, we felt as kids, right? We feel pressures too from when we go to school, like how we're being perceived. Am I good here? Like, am I doing hard enough? Like, I don't want to lose to these fuckers. I don't want to fail. So they're already dealing with stuff like that. And then we go home, and then now we fuck something up, and then now we're just like, you feel like piece of shit because you're just getting, reamed on.
Yeah.
That's why for me, it's like, I don't necessarily say that that's how all the kids' lives are. But I am not saying that that's not how they think sometimes. Like we're always against them. That's why for me, I always want to loosen them up, you know, especially when they're timid. Those are the ones I like to go for. And I think for the most part, it's because I was very timid, you know, and for me, it's like I want to pick on them, but not necessarily to put them down, but to kind of like, you know, change their mindset a little bit.
Yeah.
Or even like, you know, they shake, they kind of cringe, like, what the fuck? You know, like even Cadence always tells me, oh yeah, so-and-so was just asking me like where you learn how to talk like that. Like what? It's like they're always asking me where you get your brain rot terms from. They think that she's teaching me. And I was like, no, I gonna look that stuff up.
Yeah.
Because I wanna be able to relate to them. You know, I would bring myself down to their level. You know, it's not always about where I'm at. Like, do this. This is what your dad and everybody's doing. This is what you're gonna do. It's like sometimes for me to get them there, I just got to bring myself to their level and then reason with them.
Yeah.
So to see them like smile, even that it's hard for them to receive. Like Andre, I know it's funny to him, but I can tell like his smile is kind of like,
you know,
he's just like, yeah. I was like, dude, look at me.
Yeah.
He's just like, just I was like, now give me a hug. He's just like,
yeah, that's fucking him.
You know, I just want to tell him like, what do you want to say right now? And just say it to me. Nothing. It's like, yeah, right. Like I know you want to punch me in my face. Yeah. No. But it's just shit like that because that's what we need. We need people to shake things up. Like we cannot all be fucking gung ho all the time.
Yeah.
You know. I understand like it's your job to do what you guys are doing in your household. But when I'm around, no, it's like let's have some fun.
Yeah,
a little bit.
That's why I think it's good to have a good group that know like everybody kind of has their roles and how they play and everybody else's kids, even just the nephews, nieces. So I think that's
and it's crazy because come to think about it, like my wife is like that too to all the kids, but like next level, like she's gonna make them feel like they're in trouble, right? So like the moms are always looking for, oh shit, here's Auntie Crystal, and everybody's just like, fuck.
Start yelling at you.
Yeah. So now more reason for me to just hey, have fun, give me a hug.
Bro, it's funny because when we on the trip, right? So we thought that Chance was going to be really like culture shocked by everything, like Philippines especially, because my in-laws live in the province, so it's like fucking you see a lot of shit, like for sure that I'm grateful like our lives are the way they are, bro, like super fucking blessed, right? But like that shit that we thought Chance was going to be culture shocked, bro, was Andre was culture shocked, bro, by everything out there. It's like, because we told him even beforehand, like, expect to see these things. Like, there's kids out there that fucking, they don't have shit. Like, they're living in fucking little fucking tin huts that are like 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. And they're just right next to a little fucking thing. No running water, nothing. Like, and that's right next to, my in-laws fucking place. So Andre got to see, like, and Chance got to see all this stuff. Chance was fucking right at home. He was like super happy, just fucking run around, no shirt on, fucking, playing and everything. But like, Andre just had no way, like couldn't deal. Like he basically kind of like hid in the fucking AC because it's fucking hot there. And then like the food, like all this, just the family coming by and everything, like just the culture of how everything was going there. It seemed maybe because he's at an age that's a little older already. Yeah. So like if he saw it earlier, it might be fine. But I think he's at his age where he's grown to know a certain way of life. So like to get out there and see that, it was very different for him. Love Saipan. He was perfectly fucking fine in Saipan. But just seeing all that stuff, bro, like even me, like it just makes me super fucking grateful for, the life we live, bro. And like I'm able to do what I do and, actually enjoy my life and follow like my dream or passion. Because when you're out there and like the area we were in, and most of it, bro, like all I'm thinking about is like, when I look around here, all I see is commerce, bro. Like these people are working. Everybody's working just to survive, bro. Yeah. Like and it's for a little bit. Like everything is fucking cheap out there. So fucking cheap. And it's like, you're just seeing all these people doing so much work fucking in the fucking hot ass sun, just doing so much, dirty as hell, but they're just trying to survive, bro. And it's like every day you just see this shit. And it's like some people we just take this life out here for granted. It's so easy to see because you see people just fucking eating whatever they want, whenever they want. They get to do everything they want, whenever. over there, it's very hard to see that. Like, you just see people trying to survive, and they're just fucking working. Like, and you know, it really did make me appreciate everything that I fucking have. Like, I already did, but like just seeing it again, like on another level, I'm just like, bro, some people just have no idea, like, what they have compared to some of these people. That's why when people talk about, like, you know, the whole, like, how, you know how they talk about, like, the people that out here, like, they get deep depression, stuff like that. It's because they have nothing to stick to or whatever. Like, they're not doing anything. Those people out there, they're too fucking busy trying to survive that they can't be depressed. Like, they can't have anxiety.
They ain't got time to
crazy
think for that shit. Yeah,
they
like, gotta keep it going.
Or think about, you know, if I need to change, like, my identity or who I identify myself as. Like, they don't have that time to do that. They need to eat. They need to feed their kids, like shit like that. So it's like, just seeing a whole different lifestyle out there, and just everybody, you know, kids, bro, even, you know, kids that didn't finish school, they're just walking around trying to fucking sell the most basic shit, bro. Like
working, right?
Yeah, like they're riding their little motorcycles, fucking trying to sell, or even just their bikes, just trying to sell fucking fruit, anything, bro. Like, just to get some fucking money for the day. Like, it was eye-opening for sure.
That's crazy, because here we are over here, like, oh, I want to sell this. Like, who are my customers?
Yeah. You know, and just
trying to
like,
sell this ass.
I just always think, and when you could have said that. You could have said that totally different. Bro. You could say this ass, bro. Damn. No, but it's just like seeing how hard, like, you know, those people work just for like a little bit, you know, and I don't know. It's just, it was just interesting to see again. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen anything like that. So, and I just think people complain, and just think about like what people complain about a lot. Like, bro, that whatever,
like we have a lot of luxuries up here, right?
You make complaints out of fucking nothing. Like,
bro, you can sit on your couch and order your own food.
Yeah, dude,
get delivered.
So much convenience and stuff.
Fucking Amazon have your shit overnight.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, like no waiting, no patience.
Just so much shit that people like will complain about or think they're not lucky or they don't have enough. But fuck, dude, I feel like if you live in America, bro, you got it all. Like, you fucking have it all. You have everything you need here. You have every opportunity you need. A lot of those people out there, there's no fucking opportunity for them, bro. Like, they just have what they have. Like, I mean, can they move? Can they go do other things? Fucking sure. But I mean, I feel like it's still a lot harder out there, because even if you did move, there's still fucking limited opportunity there. It's a third world country. It's just how it is.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was
eye opener, right? Especially for the kids, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they don't realize how lucky we all are to be here, right? Yeah, I always tell my kids, I was like, I just got to provide a house for you, clothe you. That's it. Like, the rest, you know what I mean? Like, is bonus. Like, you don't need all this fancy stuff. You don't need no Jordans, shit like that. Like, just be grateful for what you got. Like, it might not seem much to you, but it's a lot more than what a lot of people have around the world.
Especially if you go around and you see that shit yourself, firsthand.
No, it's wild, bro, because like now that you're bringing that up, especially about being out here, and we're probably just talking about, you know, our people and then maybe a certain demographic of people, right? But I know AJ has listened to it. I don't know if Pao and Joe have heard it, but like the same podcast that we were just referencing, you know, like, how about that guy?
Yeah, he came from nothing too.
Yeah,
he had to go. If you want to eat, he had to go fish.
Catch a fish. Like, if he didn't have fish, like, that's no food. And that's like very reminiscent of like what happens back where you just came from. You know, like, that's the way they see what they don't have.
Yeah.
They don't have options like us. Like, oh shit, I don't want that. I want, what do you feel like eating tonight? You know, like, there's no shit like that.
Whatever we catch.
Yeah. It's like, now when I think deep about what I want to eat, it's like, man, I wish I was back home, you know, with like fucking avocados and, you know, soursop, all that stuff that's like accessible.
Yeah.
And we're out here like buying shit in a fucking jar that's heavily processed. And like, God damn it, dude.
But that's the thing too, he was saying, is like, he knew he was like, they were poor, but he was still happy. It's not that you can't be happy like that, you know what I mean? It's, right, like he said he was happy even though he knew that they didn't have money, but there's still a fulfillment portion of that it's very hard to have when you're living like that.
Yeah.
Because there's more out there. There's more, like, money helps you, create these opportunities. Because a lot of fulfillment comes from help doing for other people. And when you don't have like money or those things, then it's hard to do that for other people.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
bro.
towards the end too, when he started, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and then he started talking about different shit. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, we're very isolated.
Yeah. Yeah. Still got work.
But no, we're solid. So how long have we been running? Bao can't say anything because he's reached his limit of words today.
Yes. Yeah.
Cap.
I was just happy to be with you guys today.
That's awesome. You did how many miles today?
13.
13. He says it nonchalant.
Yeah.
I just did 13 and then just sit on a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I did 13, went home and showered. I don't think I was done sweating.
If you're in sci-fi, you wouldn't be done sweating. That's for damn sure. Fuck, boy.
So that's why I was running late because you went and washed your ass.
Yeah, I did.
That's a
Happy.
first.
Yeah, that's right.
You never. That's the first time I hear about showering after working out.
Hey, when I was in the army, I fucking PT and I just changed, bro.
Dude wipes.
Last kid, dude wipes. Smell like sex.
Yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to get it in.
Bro, you get any flack from any of the boys? Any of the old boys that you used to run around with, you hang around with? Do they ask you for tips or do they give you shit? Like,
Man, a lot of them are supportive and
Yeah.
they want to come and join us and stuff like that. And I think it's same thing like with me first getting started, right? A lot of the intimidation, scared of holding, you guys back because we're not up to speed. And, but yes, I mean, they'll joke around about it, but for the most part, like, got a good group like around me. You know what I mean? My circle's pretty small and they're all they're glad to see you winning, you know what I mean? And doing good. Like, I'm always for it for anybody that's trying to better themselves in whatever way. I'm never gonna put you down. You know what I mean? And I think that's what real family, real friends do for each other, is be supportive. But people that I'm not really close to, I hear some shit. You know what I mean? And even just with this platform that you guys have, like, they feel like we're talking down on our people, like, instead of trying to bring up our people. I think that's where a lot of people get the confusion.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're not used to seeing this, how we were brought up, and they're like, damn, you guys are putting down Chamorro people? Like, in what way?
Yeah.
Like, because you can look at it at two different sides. And again, that's all your mind, your mindset, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. It's
that's
a
your
mindset
mindset.
difference. It's a mindset difference.
And you know
How
what?
you view
Honestly, like, people like that, I feel if that resonates with you, that you feel like they're talking bad, they're probably talking about you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's within you that you have to be comfortable with and wake up and realize, but yeah, I hear it sometimes.
I wouldn't disagree with what their thoughts are, but I would disagree with how they phrase it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not talking down onto them. I'm talking down to them. Just a little slight change.
Yeah. It's
Come and get some.
I really think it's fucking like coming, and we knew that was going to be a thing when we were starting this, and but we also are aware that it is a mindset difference there. Like, that's what it is. It's like the way it's viewed when we do this stuff. But like we said, it's for the people that need it and the people that, because you're going to get to that point, right? Like, there's a lot of people that are going to get to that point where they just need a change. Something needs to change. It hurts too much to stay the same. So you need to change. And we wanted to be that, those people that they could feel comfortable with making that change because they see other people doing it. A lot of people won't make that change because they didn't have anybody that to hear it from or see like kind of what it looked like or anything like that. And because we came from that, like, that's exactly why we're kind of, here talking about it. But we knew there was going to be that kind of thing. But it's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Part of the game. And it's just because we can't say, who are we to say, like, 5 years ago, if somebody else did this, that we wouldn't be thinking or saying the same thing, because we weren't in the mindset that where we wanted to change, know. So we would probably think the same thing,
100%.
So it's just that. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It just.
No. Yeah. And it shouldn't, it should. Got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what's going on here is something special. And you see it like just spreading throughout the community. And it's great to see because, again, we never really had this too much, like we have the softball community.
mm-hmm.
I feel like that was like the biggest one, that brought all of us together. But I mean, that was like a weekend thing.
I mean, I bet if we did run club and barbecue and drink beers, it would be the same.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I got plans for the summer. Dude. Got plans. We're gonna do something hard and then enjoy after.
But I mean, just like everything else, man. Anything that's getting started that's gonna make sufficient amount of change, whether it's a community, a company, a family. There's always going to be a lot of disagreements. There's always going to be exchange of harsh words, but we're all going to fall on the same side of reality at the end.
Yeah, facts.
And it's either you're on this team or you stay on your team.
Yeah.
It's funny, bro, because it's that you can see, like, when you kind of look at people's lives, right? And it's like you kind of know what to expect just because of the habits that they have. You know what I mean? And it's like that's like the way they talk, the things they do on a daily basis. Like it's very easy to kind of know what you're going to get from them if you were around them or if you're, anything like that. So and that's the team that we're talking about, like the team habits, right? Like what is your habits? Because that's the people that you want to be around. And when we're getting around people like this, like when we have our certain habits that we do that are bettering us. Some people just have habits just to get through the day or go through the day. And it's very different when you look at it in those different senses because, it might seem crazy to people or like they just don't like it that, why the fuck you exercise so much? Like why you eat like that, stuff like that. But that's what our group does because we're getting results in our lives that are better than what we were getting before. Yeah. So why would we worry about what other people are saying about it, or if other people are hating on it? Like, fuck, even back home, I even told my own mom, it's like, my life is better than it's ever been. It's also harder than it's ever been. Like all this hardship that I dealt with back in the day, it was kind of like brought on me by myself. Like there was a lot of hardship in my life because it was because of me. The shit that I did, the actions that I took, the way I reacted to things. And now it's just what matters. And I only deal with that kind of shit. It's like you were just talking about earlier, right? It's like, it's nice to be just in my small group and lay low and kind of just do my thing. I fucking love that. Yeah. So when I went back to Saipan too, like I'm not fucking going everywhere. I'm not gonna go like do all this. Like I got my plans. Like this is for my family. This is my family trip. Like I want my kids to meet my family. My two kids that haven't met my family. I want my kids to enjoy, being home. But I'm not about to go out and accommodate everybody. If we want to see each other, I already set up the day. We got to go run. Like that's just how we work now. Like we're gonna fucking be together. We're gonna grow together first, and then we might go do something to enjoy it. But I'm not gonna just go out meet somebody to go drink and shit. Like that's not what I do now. That's team habits. The habits are different.
Yeah. And how was that though?
Huh?
How was that?
What?
The kids meeting the family?
It was cool. It was cool. It was same thing. Like it's like they didn't see they never met Chance or Micah yet. So they were all over Micah for sure. Oh, yeah. They want to hear Chance talk. He's fucking little smart ass. But
did he say his alphabet backwards?
He did, no. He said the Russian alphabet. But he was all shy. He was like, when all of a sudden you're shy to do that. But
that's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope because we kind of grew up with grandma and grandpa over there too. So it's great.
Yeah. That was nice to see.
That's cool shit. Yeah.
Damn, dude. This was a loaded episode, man. There's a lot of nuggets, a lot of nugs,
a lot of shit.
I got some weed in the truck. You guys want some weed? I'm going another round.
It is fucking 4:20 too. I didn't even realize that till like Joel. It's like Joel messaged me. It's like on my run for my run this morning. He's like, "Happy Easter, bro." He's like, "Fucking burn first." It's like, oh shit, that's what he meant. It's fucking 420 today too.
Burning calories now.
Oh, you want to burn?
Calories.
No, I might not make it back home.
He's stuck in the parking lot.
If you run,
You would be in the truck like.
Put on the
You're gonna try to astral project home.
yeah. So his automatic truck turned into standard.
Right. That's like Vince would always do with the truck.
He even does the one with the fucking bus and shit. He's like opening up the door. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Character, that guy, man. Yeah, always laughs.
Speaking about him, I tried to call him yesterday. Vincent,
where are you?
Calling you now.
Yeah, I tried to call him after he didn't answer my call.
Bro, like you went to Salties yesterday or what?
Huh?
Like you went to Salties? I saw you. You left like way before us, but then fucking I saw you right in front of me at the traffic light.
Oh, did you see me almost fucking miss the
yeah,
almost
you
exit?
fucking swerved back. Like, damn, these guys left early to go eat at Salties first.
No, we went to marinate or whatever.
Are you
For coffee or like for food?
Marination station?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. But like the
it's like a Hawaiian joint.
See, that's
we
the
did
one
too.
that
Hawaiian Korean.
We went to
I think so.
Yeah,
Hawaiian
I've
Korean.
never been there.
It's like a fusion.
Like with the fried rice, spicy kimchi
Yeah,
fried
like
rice.
kimchi
or-
fried rice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sorry.
You guys went and got food too?
Yeah, we went there too. But we went to the one in Columbia City.
Oh, it was literally like right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was
So part of the run club is like going to chow after.
Yeah.
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 I didn't have that option because I didn't realize that we did 2 miles, and then when I saw the post, oh, quick 3 miles, I said, fuck, we're not up to par.
No, it's so funny because I think now we have to start, I guess, post those extra details on like what we're gonna do, but we didn't even know, like, because me and Pao were supposed to meet there early and then go like ride and check the turnaround points and stuff like that. By the time I got there, I was like, I don't even know the parking situation here, like, because we didn't know we couldn't park in that parking lot, so that we announced.
It was like a boat launch area.
Yeah, it was a boat launch, and we're like, fuck, I don't want nobody's shit to get towed, so we got to go find parking over here. And we're just like, we'll just run out a mile and a half and come back.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah,
overall.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
run.
it was
Great
nice.
vibes, as always.
I wish the vibe was good. That's why I was like, fucking so sad that if the weather was better, it would have been a fucking perfect day out there.
Solid. Yeah, I think after one of our runs on our way back home, the wife was like, you think they ever want to come up and we can host? And then we started running like all the, the views, like you guys did Chambers and then now Alki.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are they going to see out there? I was like, yeah, you got the Cascades, but
Yeah.
I was like, it has to be something greater
Yeah.
for us to make it happen, since the gym is right there, we can maybe barbecue or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if we did that up there, I think like basically like the people that came yesterday, like Vince and them, I think we'd come up. I don't know if like everybody, because I think it's like even that like Seattle was, I guess that was kind of far. It was kind of far.
The votes were in though.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Seattle.
Because
Yeah, everybody that vote show up.
We're gonna talk
no, I
about
don't think
that.
so.
Fuck, name. I want name
drop.
But
I'll be honest. I wasn't trying to vote. I was just being nosy to see if I can click on it. If she showed me who vote,
Yeah.
and it like tallied it. I was like, motherfucker. So I was trying to figure out how to get it out. I was like, and that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, fuck, they're gonna talk shit. Like this guy voted, he's not even fucking here. And I was like,
furthest
I was
place.
just trying to see who all voted.
I mean, I did the same thing too. I just hit Alki to see.
Me too. I switched my shit back and
But I was
forth.
like, wait, let me just hit O2.
so that was 2 votes for it. That wasn't supposed to be there. It could have been down south, but you guys fucking voted for it on accident.
No, but yeah,
I was trying to
did
see
the
who
same
voted.
exact thing. I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
does this like show the people?
Yeah.
At least
No,
we're honest.
it just went fucking zoop.
It was only like by 3 difference too, where it could have just been in fucking
Foothills.
But I mean, fuck. I think it's better up there anyway because since the weather was the way it was, in Foothills, I don't think it would have been as nice.
Yeah.
I think just
It was great, man.
yeah. But I think we'll go back to Foothills and then
Plus, it,
right here.
like us being out there and then seeing how much people run out there.
Yeah,
up there in
yeah.
Seattle.
That's pretty cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
it just tells you like, bro,
Yeah.
Even
a
seeing
lot of
them
people
with
do
their
this
other
shit. You
people.
just don't see it.
Bro, there
You
was
don't
this
see it
one
as
guy
often.
running, bro. Oh my god! I was running with Wendy, and then he passed us. And then Wendy's like, okay, I'm going to slow down because I can. I'm going to catch my breath. And then I'm going to catch that guy. Bro, I fucking started running, bro. And I was like, that wasn't too crazy far from him. I'm like, I can catch him. Bro, I don't know what he did, but he turned it up a notch and he just, boom, bro, he got old dude too, bro. I was like, God damn.
I'm 63.
I was like, bro, these guys are gangster, bro.
I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch your ass.
Yeah.
I only run fast if I have
I
to.
think we can go up there during the summer, though. We do a run up
yeah.
there in the summer.
I mean, just from that
Nice.
right turn on the traffic light, when you hit that, that area before you actually come to the water,
Yeah.
dude, there's a lot of people already.
Yeah,
You see, I was like, bro, I mean, it just opens up, our run club people as well, right? That, it's pretty new or, so.
There's a lot of different shapes and sizes of people that are out here doing it.
Exactly. So
Yeah, it's cool to
it
see.
was great.
Yeah. Eventually, Nation Built's going to have their own event, huh?
Man,
That would be awesome.
yeah.
You have like a
5K or 10K.
I've been thinking about that and then like some other stuff like I think like the MB games, but there's something like in the summer I do want to do a run club, and since we're gonna start the group workouts in May and stuff, so once it gets nicer outside, we'll start that, and then we'll combine. I want to combine something with a run and the group workout, something hard for the day, but everybody's able to accomplish it.
Yeah,
and then just have like a big fucking outing, make it a day, for the families, everybody, the kids, and everybody can do it just like they've been, so that we can celebrate kind of the MB run club and everybody coming out doing that shit every couple weeks and stuff. So yeah,
dope.
Maybe someday a race, sponsor race, yeah.
And even just the amount of people doing May too.
Doing
how many people are doing May?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, there's like 15 or more people running in like from the run club.
So I know some of my family is coming out from Alabama to Arizona. My sister Raylan's coming out. That's
awesome.
Yeah, my niece.
Yeah, it's gonna be badass.
That's great.
That's crazy, man, to see like the influence, not only from the STEM, but then also like, the family.
Yeah.
Like how much each of us bring,
how much we can,
or how much we affect other people.
Yeah.
Even if it's just
branches.
a thought.
Yeah.
Because then we've all been in that spot at one point in our life before we started changing, right? That thought.
Yeah.
And you keep thinking, oh yeah, one day.
You've been thinking too long.
And then you live with that shit until you actually do something about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's hard shit.
It's part of my problem. Think too much. Like, stop thinking, just do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music when you run, or do you just kind of think?
I do more like when I'm by myself, but sometimes I like to hear my feet hit the ground too. And then, especially like running with the group too, especially with my family, like sometimes it's just good to just talk with them. Yeah. Help them out on their run too. And then, running with these guys.
Yeah, I've always been like a big, music's always been something for me, like especially working out, like I need something, even though they're fucking jamming in the gym speakers.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear my own shit and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But the last 2 runs I've done, I didn't put anything on. And I was pretty impressed with like my thoughts.
It was different.
Yeah, like I was really, like my thoughts were like on demand on like what I needed to do and how I was going to approach certain things like that day. And yesterday's run was cadence focused. I was really mad at her. Yeah. So I think that's why I ran. I was like, fuck this girl. I'm going to spank this chick, dude. It's simple, bro. Like she's been wrestling. We got her into wrestling finally. And I asked her on Friday because I needed to cut the grass, but at the same time, it's like I wanted to do jiu-jitsu. But then I'm not guaranteed a nice day yesterday. Yeah. And it was like 6 p.m. So I was like, we're going to go home. I'm going to we're going to cut the grass. My exact words verbatim. Go up in the backyard, bring the mower forward and the bin, and we're going to smash the fucking yard. And I started weed eating all the edges and everything. I saw everything was out front already. And then I didn't see her. I was already mad. I was like, all right. Yeah. So when I was running, I just kept thinking of like the worst shit. Like, oh, you want to wrestle? You want to be lazy? You not listen to what you want to fucking duck me? And I was just like, no. By the time it was the end of the run, Man, I had the best time yesterday with her. I was just like, I still need to discipline you, motherfucker. Like,
I owe you.
yeah, we had the best time yesterday, just like, learning, talking.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I was like, man.
You're lucky I went for that run. Oh, shit.
Now we just get to talk about it. But man, when I was running, I was like, I want to take this chick's phone and I'm going to reduce her fucking time on it. So she only has 20 minutes to go on social media,
Yeah.
But then after yesterday, I was like, God, fuck. Like, give me a hug.
Yeah. Big man.
Big back. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Love you guys as always.
Love
Feel
you,
like
man.
we're
too, brother.
we're about to land. So maybe Joe, you have any last words?
Thanks for having me, guys, and keep doing what you guys are doing. Like, it's amazing to see, truly. Like, thank you for inspiring all of us and getting the group together. And I only see positivity coming out from this group, Nesian Built, and everything you guys are bringing out to the community. Like I said, you guys help inspire me, and want to thank you guys. And thanks again for having me on. And
thank you, bro.
let's keep stacking.
Thanks for coming out.
Stacking, baby.
You a blood or a crip?
Is there Crips in Spanaway?
That's the show.
Yeah.
No one's coming to save you.
Hey, BBC out, baby.
Put our differences aside, and fight for our lives, I said the haters in the mall way before the sunrise. Didn't give us warning. How can